Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not-so-healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all,
Hey y'all,
it's Misty,
it's Ani.
and we are here at the end of Harry Potter.
We've reached the end.
The final
end.
the end of the end. Like, we've reached the final Harry Potter movie. I feel like we've been watching this series for an eon, but at the same time, it's kind of bizarre, in all honesty, that we've
Like, what's next? I mean, I know what's next,
but like it's bizarre to just reach the end.
we've just been doing it for so long.
Honestly, it's been so many months of Harry Potter. It's probably been like what 8 months of Harry Potter at this point, because we do pretty much a movie
a month.
a
Yeah.
month. So yeah, it's probably about
shit.
8 months of Harry Potter. So
Damn.
but then, to be fair, we can talk about Harry Potter for a very long time. So
We can. We will always talk about Harry Potter. I mean, you connected somehow Harry Potter with Rocky Horror Picture Show. So clearly we can talk about Harry Potter forever.
Yeah, so we can really connect some dots here.
Ugh.
So, it's been interesting, in all honesty. It's been a ride. It's kind of bizarre to just watch them so close together and see, like, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and everything, and then they just grow and get older,
Right?
like,
They
so
just grow
quickly.
up like
Like, the
across
difference
vision. It's just like, oh my
between
god.
the difference between, like, the second and third movie alone is really big, and it's just like,
Not
whoa.
even that. Even the first and the second one is a lot big different.
They were so little. They
so
were just
little.
little things.
They were prepubescent.
They're just so little, and now, like, at the end of this movie, they're just all adults and stuff, and I can't imagine how weird it would have been to, like, spend what was probably a decade of their lives, if not more, doing this franchise, and then for it just to be over. Like, it would be
They
weird.
cried.
Yeah.
They cried
Oh, yeah.
when I watched the 20th anniversary reunion thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just the emotions on all their faces. Like that scene in the first one where they dive at the end of the first one where they dive through the flue powder chimneys.
Yeah.
The fireplaces. When they dove through that was the last scene they ever filmed.
I've seen clips of them as they finish, like, filming the last scene and stuff like that, and everybody just kind of, like, sits there just, like, not really knowing what to do and just crying. Yeah, it would be
like,
really
it's
hard.
over.
Yeah, like, I mean, they spent so much of their lives as these characters. It would be really hard to put it down.
They grew up in this franchise. Like they really grew up 10 years playing these characters.
I don't know if at the end I would hate it, or if I would just feel devastated at knowing I wasn't going to play this character anymore. Probably both. Like, I imagine
Probably
after a while.
devastated. You'd probably be very devastated, but you'd be like, I was a part of something big.
Yeah, and, like, you'd get that sense and everything, but, like, so many of these actors walked away with alcohol problems. And it's just kind of like,
I want to say that's what's the word I'm looking for? The side effect of being a child actor.
yeah, like, I don't know.
So many child actors got into drugs, alcohol, wayward ways, something.
Yeah, like, I just don't really know if, even given the opportunity to be part of a franchise like that, if that was a big risk, and it is with child actors. Like, I don't think I'd want to do it, because, like, so many of them walked away with so many problems, and it's just kind of like, not sure how much I'd want to do that. I mean, granted, they earned a fuck ton of money, so
true. But think of it this way: if you were a child actor with, like, I mean, you have the mom you have, I have the mom I have.
Yeah.
With our moms around us as a child actor, we would be fine, because any little toe out of line, we fucking but slap across the face. Get your shit together.
That's fair. Like that, I don't think we would really had. You and I personally would not have had problems, but that's fair. That's very true. I wouldn't mind doing it now, because, like, like, that wouldn't faze me at all. But, like, peer pressure as a 30-year-old adult, like, no.
What
Like,
peer pressure?
peer pressure my ass and be like, "Do you have any idea how little I leave the house no matter what anyone says?" Like, "No, you're not getting me to do anything I don't wanna do." You're like, "You're gonna get me to do anything, let alone anything I don't want to do."
Fair. That is fair. It's also
Mm.
very true.
I can't believe this came out in 2011. It's been 11 years since this movie came out.
I know.
That's real weird. That's real weird. I mean, I remember sitting in theaters and watching it. It was just like, it was real weird.
I went to every midnight premiere
Yeah.
of these movies, starting with the second one. I in I want to say it was my junior, either my sophomore or my junior year,
Mhm.
where I literally in Sharpie, like silver Sharpie, I wrote down on the straps
Yeah.
of my backpack the dates that all the books came out, and on the back of it, I wrote down all like the dates of the movies came out.
Aw. Well, that's cute
I
though.
I want to say I still have this backpack. I just don't know where the hell I put it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I went to see I didn't go to any of the movie premieres, and I didn't go to any of the book releases for this.
I don't I don't think I went to any of the book releases. Maybe I might have gone to the seventh one. I don't remember, but I know for five and six for sure I didn't because my dad had them shipped to me when
Yeah.
I was when I was overseas for summer.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember them having the events at the local Barnes& and Noble, but I didn't go to, um, any of that, so I didn't go to that, and I remember them hosting the Harry Potter ones, and then I remember them hosting the ones for Twilight, but I didn't go to any of that either, so I have, however, seen Stephenie Meyer. Like, I went to one of her, when she came to visit Barnes& and Noble for a book signing, um, when I was a student, and they were too many people and they hosted it at my high school, so like I went and I
Oh
listened to her talk.
Jesus!
Yeah, they hosted it at my high school, so I was just that's the only reason I knew she was going to be there, because there were flyers at my high school, so I went and I saw her. I didn't get autographs or anything like that, but I saw her talk, so
You know who I got to see at my high school? Like I didn't actually get to meet them
yeah.
because such a big deal. But the fact that it was in my high school to begin with was really weird. Um, we were in fifth grade. I remember this because I remember which side of the building we were in. We were in fifth grade,
Hmm.
and the Olsen twins were at our school, and they used our gym to film one of their movies,
What?
like their direct to video movies. Like it wasn't a big one.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, the fuck? Like, why are the Olsen twins here?
That's weird. And did you see them?
We saw them because we
Yeah.
would see them walking around like the quad and everything, but
Mhm.
we no one could get up to them.
Yeah. That's so weird though.
Now I want to know which one it was. Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Because
Half the time I
it
forget.
wasn't one of the big ones.
Yeah. It was one of their straight to like DVD.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. Mostly just because I've never heard of uh like why would you well, I guess LA high schools are
Yeah, but
nobody would have
yeah,
filmed
but
in my high school.
ours. We
Yeah.
are tiny.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you there?
That's fair. Like nobody was going to film in my school because my school was an old rundown piece of garbage. So
It's fair.
I don't know how nice
Uh,
your school's gym was, but ours was a dumpster fest.
uh,
I
I
went
mean,
to
it's nice. It was nice.
mm,
It wasn't the best, but it was nice.
yeah, ours was okay, I guess. I've been in nicer. I've definitely been in nicer. My first middle school's one was nicer. But then again, my very first middle school that I went to for half of 7th grade was a brand new school. Like it opened the year I went there. So it was my first public school experience.
It's gonna bug me.
So I've been reading this fan fiction. It's almost 650,000 words.
You
That
were
is
telling me.
that is longer than the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy by
Oh
over
wow,
100,000 words. Like the Lord of
wow.
the Rings trilogy only hits like I think it was said like 530,000, and obviously it's longer than Les Mis. So it's 87 chapters, and
Whoo!
I'm 30 chapters into it, and I started it yesterday.
37 chapters.
87.
87, sorry. Whoa!
Yeah, and
That's a lot.
I started it yesterday, and I'm on chapter 30 now. So I I don't read a lot of paper books anymore, but I do still read a lot because I didn't even blink when I saw that how long it was, and I'm like, oh okay. I'm just like, oh, another really long fic. That's fine.
Oh,
So
you're insane.
yeah, I've read much longer ones. I've definitely read ones that have like 100 plus chapters to them, and I'm just like, as long as it's finished, I don't mind. It's just the ones that are still in progress that drive me nuts. So, and it is finished. So, and it might have a sequel. I haven't. It has a link that tells you it's part of a series. So if it has a sequel, that'd be really cool. But
Okay.
so far, it's really good. So like I'm. It is a Harry Potter fan fiction too. So
Bro, that's just a lot.
it's a lot. It's really really long, but it's really really good. Like 30 chapters have gone by pretty fast, in all honesty. So I'm just like, okay, that's cool. So, but 650,000 words is one of the longer ones I've read, but I don't think it's the longest. So,
A lot for me.
it's really long. Like I won't deny that it's really long, but I spent a bunch of time today since I have the day off just
Yeah,
reading.
yeah.
Like I do still read a lot. I just don't tend to read paper novels anymore. I read a lot of fan fiction, so very long fan fiction. So but
You're
I just
insane.
yeah, and I just it doesn't phase me that it's that long. I was just looking at it and I'm like, is it completed? And then I was reading how long it was. I'm like, it's probably one of the longer ones I've read. It's not the I don't think it's the longest. As I do believe I read one. I think it was also a Harry Potter one that was 720,000. I think. Yeah, I think it was about 720,000 earlier this year. So, like it doesn't they don't phase me. But it's really good. So, I like it so far. So, I was looking for one and I was going through like my normal like looking for time travel stuff or some alternate
Uh-huh.
you stuff, and then this one just kind of hit me in the face and I was just like, huh, kind of a weird premise, but I'll go with it. So
Found it.
you found it?
It's called You're Invited to Mary Kate and Ashley's School Dance Party. It was part of their You're Invited series.
Oh, okay, I didn't know they had a You're Invited series.
They had 10. You're invited to the sleepover party, Hawaiian beach party, birthday party, Christmas party, mall party, ballet party, camp out party, costume party, fashion party, and school dance party.
God damn.
And I will show you this for a second. See that background? See that gym?
Yeah.
That's my gym.
All right.
That's my fucking gym.
A musical party series? Is it a musical?
I don't remember.
It says 2 rockin' episodes. Did they have a TV show? Was it a TV show?
Um, kind of. I mean, they had the
Or like
Adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley,
yeah.
and I think this is like an offshoot of that. Like you're invited
Hmm,
type thing.
that's weird. But it does look like a
These
nice
girls
gym.
had so much.
Hmm,
They had so many different things.
that's true. Looks like a nice gym though.
Not a bad gym.
Yeah. I don't hang on. Okay.
Goodbye. Thank you. Packages.
I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. There you
There you go. This is my school gym. This ugly ass thing.
go.
This ugly ass green and yellow bullshit was my gym. So yeah. It always smelled weird. So always.
I wow, that's an old ass picture. That's the building still being built. Fuck. I'm looking. Fuck, I'm looking at images from my school now. And be like, can I find pictures of the gym? Is this
Well, there's a picture of the pool that always smelled like weed.
the picture of the pool that
Oh,
always smell like weed?
this is my high school itself. It's just a boring piece of brick.
The Golden Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you this. You know how many fucking times we had to do this bullshit over the years?
Show
Look at
me.
this. Do you see this? Do you see this?
Oh,
These
they
are
make
all
you
students.
gather to spell out words? That's so
Yes.
stupid.
Yeah, the seniors would always be back here in their sweaters, and then 10th and 11th grade would be up here, probably the ninth graders, and the rest of them. This is all of this that you see that spells out AGBU, MDS, whatever the fuck that circle is. All of this is K through 12.
No.
That's our entire school.
Why? Why would they make you guys do that?
Look at
That's
that.
so stupid.
See that? That's
Yeah.
everybody.
Wow, okay. That's like my graduating class.
That's the whole fucking school. Look at this. It was still being built.
Yeah. You said you
Oh.
had like 1,000 kids in your school, is that right?
At its peak, when I was there, at its peak, we had 1,100 kids.
Okay, that's cool. Let's do this. Let's watch the beginning of the end of our childhood, of our adolescence.
Our growing years. All right, let's go.
We start with Voldemort being a creepy, creepy necrophiliac as
He's really close to Dumbledore's corpse.
he
Like it's
he gets real close to Dumbledore, and it's just like, he dead though, so like,
why? Why?
I mean, it's not like Voldemort really has to worry about getting a disease from a dead body or anything like that. If he dies, he'd just come back to life. And the music is so creepy.
The music is just so somber. It's not even creepy. It's somber.
Yeah, that is a lot of death or Dementors around the
A lot
school.
of mentors
Lot of them. And Snape being a bat.
being a bat.
He's just standing there like some kind of vampire, and it's just like, okay.
I'm Batman.
Even for even for England, like this, like, I guess they're in Scotland, but like even for the UK, this is really gray. Like
Yeah.
everything is real gray. It could be set in Gotham, considering how dark and gray it is. So, an alternate universe where Snape is Batman.
Let's not.
Didn't all of the other movies start with the same theme song except for this one? Because I feel like we hear the trademark music at the beginning of them, except for this one.
Probably.
That's a terribly shaped house. Bill and Flora's cottage. It is an actual fucking triangle with two arms that just stick straight up, like as
Got a fireplace
chimneys.
on both
Yeah,
sides
it's so weird. I just can't see Fleur Delacour living in this house.
because it's Fleur Delacour.
Yeah, like it's not that it's bad. It's just
Well,
that
it
it's.
was their aunt. All right, it belonged to their aunt.
I'm sorry, but the Weasleys have had to rebuild their house multiple times, and they never bothered to go live in this cottage, even like just to send a couple of them to stay there. You're telling me they never go on vacations, but they could have been taking vacations to this cottage the whole fucking time to go to the beach? Like, why?
Why not? I don't know. Alive. Gripbook is such a little dick.
Yeah, that's fair. He's in the fan fiction I'm reading right now.
Ah,
I like how they found him goblin-sized pajamas.
they probably just made one.
That's fair. I just shrunk some of maybe Bill's stuff.
Goblin going, where did you get this? How did you get this?
And Harry's just like, it's complicated.
How do you want me to tell you that I was in the forest running for my life? I saw a lake, saw a doe, Patronus, and ta-da, sword.
Yeah, how do I explain to you that somebody casted a partially corporeal Patronus that was capable of carrying a sword around? Like, I don't know how to explain that to you.
And the grip was like, only Snape would have recognized the fake from the real one. It's like, who? Oh yeah, we get to see the big old Gringotts escape.
Yeah, that's true. That was a good ride, too, when we went to
That was
Universal.
such a good ride.
That was cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I liked being in the building. Like, it was a really nice building.
And they had all the goblins at
Uh-huh.
their stations
Yeah.
at the bank. Oh my god.
That chandelier was massive.
Dude, so much detail went into this
Oh,
place and it
yeah.
was
It
amazing.
was really, really pretty. It's just like, whew. I like the cottage, especially I really enjoy how much of the roof is glass on one side. Like that looks really cool. But like It's really small
Yeah.
and
I mean,
very
they are
pricey.
only 2 people, so
Yeah, but, like, those rooms, because of the way the roof is shaped, those rooms upstairs have got to be a nightmare to live in. Like, half of that room is at such a slant, you can't do anything with it.
it's really dusty and creaky. It's like, you really need to spend, like, a whole ass week just
Mhm.
upgrading the shit.
You need to really, like, expand your walls. See, like, this room is perfectly square. Nothing of and it has windows on both sides. Like, you can tell this is not the same building because, for one thing, none of the walls are super slanted, and for another thing, there's windows on both sides of the room. Like, that's weird. Like, it's obviously not the right, like, building.
Unyielding, is that what he said?
Yeah, unyielding.
Okay.
Bellatrix's wand looks weird, in all honesty.
I've always had issues with her wand.
It just looks like a branch, like, just an actual just straight branch.
I mean, you're much nicer. My mind went somewhere else.
I mean, my mind definitely went to that area too, but, like, it also just looks like a weird ass branch that nobody
It
bothered to,
does.
like,
It fucking
sand
does.
down. Draco's wand is really boring looking.
Have you met Draco?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But, like, if you compare it to, like, Sirius's wand, which looks so cool because, like, it has all of these, like, designs and everything to it, I really wish they went into more detail about how Ollivander creates wands. I'd like to know,
Just
what the
wand making
process
in
is.
general,
Yeah,
because
like, I'd
like,
I'd like to know how they're made, like, does he handcraft them? Is there magic involved? And, like, what's the whole process? Like, how does he get the core, like, in there and all that? So, I'd love to
yeah, I
hear.
thought about that too. I'm like, how do you just how? What
Yeah,
is the
and, like,
process?
why are there only 3 cores? And it's just like,
I I have a feeling you could find a fanfic on that.
Oh, I've definitely read fan fiction on it,
Okay.
to be fair. I've definitely read fanfic on it, but, like, I'm curious what the actual, like, reason is. I've read fan fiction too where people will go to, like, Gogorovich instead, and there's, like, he uses different cores than the ones that Ollivander uses, and you go to different continents and, like, different countries, there's the theory that the ones in, the US, they use different cores than, the ones in Britain. I'm not even sure that's a theory, that just might be fact. I feel like maybe when they released all that stuff about the American Wizarding World before Fantastic Beasts came out, that might have been a thing.
It's like, yes, I'm pretty sure that's Bellatrix's hair on me.
Yeah. Helena, like, does some really great acting when she's pretending to be Hermione in these
I
scenes.
know, right?
Like, it is a complete change in body language.
She's such an amazing actress.
And I didn't realize how short she was because she's still the same height as, Ron and Harry. And now they're gonna go break into Gringotts.
Yay!
That can't
Battle
have
scene.
that can't have boded well for Harry's investment future, as he got older. That guy looks like Voldemort,
I'm
but
sorry,
with a
Hermione.
nose.
No one says fucking Bellatrix does not say good morning.
It's like people just probably think she just cracked even more. But, like, that guy who said hello to Bellatrix looked like a knockoff version of Voldemort, but just with a nose. He's even wearing the same outfit. Griphook looks so offended that Harry offers to give him, like, a piggyback ride. Yeah,
Hey, do you need to walk faster? I can carry you.
right? Like, the ride at Universal looks exactly like this room.
It does.
Just with, I think, less, counter space. I don't think they have these counters. I think this is where the lines were, so I know there was, like, 1 row of counters, but I don't remember there being 2. I really like her outfit, like, Bellatrix's outfit.
Mm-hmm. I want that dress.
I want her shoes.
Mm.
I would require a comb, though, or, like, a like, I couldn't do my hair that way.
Just all the curls all over.
Mhm.
A little angrier.
Yeah. She doesn't
Why?
even look like her. She looks younger here. Like, I know,
She
like, it's still her,
she
like,
looks
the actress.
cleaner in the because she looks cleaner with her makeup. I think because as
Yeah.
Bellatrix, she looks more unhinged.
Yeah.
Now, My question is, how come when Harry, Ron, and Hermione use Polyjuice Potion and turn into whoever they're turning into, they keep their voices, but when Barty Crouch Jr. was parading around as Mad Eye, he sounded just like Mad Eye.
I think it's for the purpose of the audience. Like in a book,
Okay,
you can just say that they have this appearance and it doesn't matter. But like,
okay.
I think they're worried that people as an audience are too fucking stupid to understand that this is Hermione.
I can't say anything because people are stupid.
Yeah. Nope. Harry cast an unforgivable.
Just under his cloak, just going,
Imperio.
let her in.
That's pretty much how the ride felt too. The way they're being jerked around like that. That guy who's
It's
just
just
like, da,
this
da,
lovely, like, la 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 la. That's a dragon.
da. A dragon, you say? Oof. It
Oh,
just dumps them
goodbye.
into a ravine. And Hermione once again saving all their lives.
Of course.
They were all just gonna crash to the ground and die.
If it washes away all enchantments, never mind. I was gonna say, does it also get rid of the
The
imperious?
Imperio. It very
Yeah,
much did.
there you go.
Oh, now
And
Ron
now
is
Ron did
casting
it,
unforgivables.
just
So like
letting unforgivable curses go.
is the entirety of London under like ground a bank? Cuz like this is fucking huge.
Deep underground.
Yeah. Like they have to make sure like no subway tunnels run into the bank by accident.
This always bothered me,
Oh,
both in the book
the
and in the movie, where they're doing that sound, that
yeah,
clacking sound to scare
the
the
poor
dragon's
dragon that's been
submission.
tortured and chained up.
It's blind too. Like, come on,
Yeah.
poor thing.
Yeah, I always did feel bad for the dragon. At least it
And then go
escaped.
Hermione,
Yeah,
right?
the champion of all things. They just lock themselves in this vault. See, like, look at all this shit that's in Bellatrix's vault. Like, why did Harry's vault only contain a small pile of gold when the Potter family is an ancient house? Like, it should have a bunch of stuff in it too. I'm convinced that the vault that Harry accesses is only like the vault that his parents left him, and it's not like the Potter family vaults, that they're actually additional
That
vaults.
that would make sense because yeah, that's it's a long ass history,
Because both James and Lily should have one, and you can't tell me Lily didn't keep stuff like pictures and stuff like that.
right?
And then then there should be the Potter family vaults. So I think there should be at least 3 or 4 vaults somewhere.
You could have told them that before that
Yeah, no
everything will
shit.
multiply,
And now they're just gonna drown in an ocean of cups.
and it gets heavier and heavier
Mhm. Like Harry's just riding the giant mass of cups like up to the to Hufflepuff's cup.
with the sword as like I'm gonna get
Yep.
you. Fucking goblins,
Harpook being
man,
an asshole. And he's just like, I said I'd get you in, but I didn't say I'd get you out. And it's just like, thanks, dude.
asshole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they gave you what you wanted. Like you wanted the sword, you got the sword.
No shit. I would totally double cross him.
Isn't like what what's his face? Wasn't Harry already thinking double crossing him?
Probably. Oh, well, the bank teller's dead.
Yeah.
Why are the goblin guards dressed like muggle police officers? Like, that's so
That
weird.
is a good question.
Like, Aurors don't dress that way. So why would the goblins dress like muggle police officers? And Hermione just being completely insane as she jumps on a dragon.
Like, get on the dragon.
And then she's looking at them
No
like,
time to
well, let's
waste.
go. I am really glad the dragon escaped, though.
Yes. Goodbye,
And more
goblins.
people falling into the abyss.
Y'all
I,
don't realize that something's like shaking? Come
right?
on.
I can't even
Just
imagine
can
the
you
level of
imagine?
horror. Like, Jesus.
You're just at your daily job, all of a sudden this fucking giant dragon comes out from the floor.
You're just sitting there counting some change, and then all of a sudden, fucking dragon comes up out of the floor, like, ah! I can't even imagine how they held on to this dragon. Like, you have to use a sticking charm to keep yourself to this dragon. As it
I
climbs up
kind of
this giant, like, cavern and then busts through a floor and then a ceiling.
look at her. She's got like I got fresh air for who knows how long.
Yeah,
Oh, poor thing. Doesn't know
I
how high to
know.
go.
It's never really had a chance to fly, but it's so happy. And now it gets to live out the rest of its life all
It looks
happy.
more like a wyvern because it's got only the back legs.
Yeah, it doesn't really have front legs, does it?
Its front legs are attached to the wings. That's what a
Yeah.
wyvern looks like.
But did the horntail have front legs? I don't remember the horntail having front legs.
I will look.
Because I don't think it had front legs either. No, it shows it's crawling around with its wings. The claws at the top of its
Oh,
wing.
I see it. Yeah. So they're all wyverns.
Or maybe this is just their interpretation of dragons, because
A
they were
dragon.
dragons in the book.
A wyvern is a dragon, though.
That's fair. It's a type of dragon. Oh, Harry's drowning and having weird flashbacks about Voldemort, who's now aware of the Horcruxes.
Right? They're all being destroyed one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Oopsie!
Oopsie daisy.
Thought you
Sorry,
were
snake
infallible,
face.
didn't you? Sorry, snake face. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Snake face.
Oh, he's not letting him in on purpose. It just
It does bother me that everybody always accuses him, and it's just like, you can't let him in. He's like, he's not doing it on purpose. It's not like he's seeking Voldemort out.
right? There is no planning.
I like that. It's just like, none of our plans have ever worked,
We
Hermione.
plan, we get there, and all hell breaks loose. That's just how it goes.
Look how pale they are.
I
They're
know.
so fucking pale. Like, they're paler than I am, and that's really saying something. Oh,
Look at those low
Harry's
cut jeans are on.
Well, Harry's got that shirt that he's been wearing for the last 4 movies on. Just the long sleeve version. That's a lot of bodies on the floor.
It is.
There's what looks like a couple goblins, some Death Eaters.
I mean, yeah. Aren't they all at Gringotts right now? No. Yep.
Some of them are, yeah.
And you wanted that sword for what, Grip Hook? Like, you goblins made it doesn't mean it's gonna stay with you. It's magical.
That's true.
It's gonna go where it's gonna go. Goblins made it for Gryffindor.
Does what it
It will
wants.
it will go where the fuck it decides it wants to go.
Why does the alarm in Hogsmeade sound like a bunch of cats screaming?
I was about to say, why are there screeching cats all over Hogsmeade?
It's an alarm for the curfew that was set up.
Well, why does it sound like cats?
I don't know, but it really does, and it's real weird.
I can't get over the screeching cat.
It's really just the most bizarre sound they could have picked for the alarm.
You just follow the random voice.
Right?
Could be a trap. No idea.
Oh, they don't care. They've walked into stupider traps, to be fair.
This is true.
They're all just like, that dude looks so much like Dumbledore. And it's just like, Hermione, you read the book that Rita Skeeter wrote. Like, you read it. You know he has a brother and a sister.
They can all be really stupid sometimes.
They're finally explaining the mirror. However, in this movie, it's a shard, right? And like, but it wasn't that's not what Sirius gave him, though, right? No, he smashed his mirror in the 6th book, didn't he? Or the 5th book. He threw it, and I think he smashed it after he tried to use it to talk to Sirius.
Yeah.
After Sirius dies, I think he's in
Yes?
the room and he throws
I
it.
think, yeah, and then all he had left was a shard.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Harry.
Yeah, he's all like, Mungus had no right to sell you that mirror. It's just like, Harry, shut up.
You're getting the help you wanted, alright? Shush.
And nobody cares about your propriety.
Seriously, no one gives a shit.
And all of the kids just like immediately go towards all of like the food that he sets out.
It's like, oh my god, sustenance, because someone forgot to pack food.
Yeah.
Did he now? Didn't even know he was going to say that, but it sounds like something you should say.
Yeah. Finally,
we
somebody
know.
in this fucking movie speaks some truth about Dumbledore. It's just like, it's not a mission he gave you, it's a suicide mission. And it's just like,
It's
yeah.
not an errand, it's a suicide mission. You are going to die at the end of this.
It's just like, that's been Dumbledore's plan the whole fucking time, is to make sure you die.
Aberforth is great. He's just calling out everyone's bullshit against Dumbledore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, I trusted him. Did you? Did he ever fucking tell you what you needed to do any of this? No?
It's like, stop being a naive child and think for yourself, Harry. Harry just threw down some truths, though. He's like, I don't give a fuck What you think, dude? It's like, we're all just gonna fucking die, so, like, let's do
I
this.
mean, we might as well go out fighting,
Yeah. Isn't it kinda morbid to, like, just have this giant portrait of your sister that your dead sister that you talk to?
right?
I can understand having, like, photographs, but, like, it is a massive painting. Like, a massive ass painting.
Yeah. It's the only thing he's probably got left of her.
That's fair.
Thank you, Mr. Dumbledore. It's gotta sound so weird calling someone else Dumbledore, even though you know that Albus is gone.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, she's like, "He doesn't seem like somebody who's given up." And it's just like, "Yeah."
Someone you know. Someone who grows massive balls.
In all honesty, Albaforth is a much better person than his brother ever thought about being.
Like, reading the books and watching the movie so close together and just seeing how much of a development Neville has had in his character
Yeah. That kid,
is
like, in
heartwarming.
that kid in the very first, like, movie who was over there telling them that they couldn't sneak out after curfew is the same kid who helped organize to dig a tunnel from, Hogwarts into Hogsmeade
Hogsmeade?
to develop the resistance, like.
Yeah, standing up to Death Eaters. The guy's got bruises and cuts all over his face.
Mhm.
Like, the one who's afraid of Snape
Yep. Whose worst fear was a
is now
teacher.
leading the resistance.
Yep.
Oh, uh, what's her face? I already forgot her name, so she's only Lavender.
Yeah.
I'm
Even
surprised Lavender doesn't like immediately go like launching herself at Ron.
that's fair. But, like, I'm impressed that she's a part of the resistance, in
That
all
too.
honesty.
I'm surprised she's still there.
I do feel bad for, like, how she dies and everything like that, so but,
That's
because
right.
nobody
I forgot Lavender dies.
yeah, because nobody deserves to be mauled to death by a werewolf.
We have something in the castle we need. What is it? Not a clue.
Just like, "What is it? No idea. Where is it? Not a clue." Like, that's nothing to go on, Harry.
Great. It's gonna be small and easily concealed in this giant fucking
Mhm.
castle. Oh, shut up, Ron.
And why is
Every time
Luna
Luna
back at
opens it, her
Hogwarts
mouth.
already? Like, why did Luna go back to Hogwarts? Like, I know she
I wonder
did,
if
but,
she
like.
went to think that it was probably safer there, even though it's surrounded by Death Eaters and Dementors. But like, it's
I would've.
everyone knows that Harry Potter's not at Hogwarts, so like, she's probably safer there.
Yeah.
Oh, look, your weird girlfriend's back. Hi, Harry. Hi there.
It's just like, and Ron's just like, "Yeah, hi, my sister, hello."
So you've been gone for 6 months and nothing. All right, fucking marching. Look at that.
That's so weird.
Like you gotta give it to Snape. He puts up a great double appearance, but like, can you imagine
The bullshit he has
the
to go
shit
through.
that yeah, but also the shit that he has to like force himself to do?
Oh, yeah.
Because like these kids don't deserve what's happening.
No. I mean, he's like a shitty person, like a real fucking shitty person, but even he doesn't wanna be doing the shit that he's doing.
And he has to keep up appearances, otherwise they're gonna
Mhm.
start getting suspicious.
Yep. This is the filter they use is really borderline on a Twilight filter, considering how
It
gray
is.
everyone
Very-
is.
Yeah. Poor McGonagall. Like you can see her how much she's aged. It's like
I'm really surprised Slughorn stayed. I'm surprised he didn't just get the fuck out. The dramatic way he says equally. Like, you took
guilty.
5 seconds to say a one word.
Did you know that I think if I'm not mistaken, Die Hard was his first big like TV like movie role, film
Mhm.
role.
Yeah.
And the because I was watching the movies that made us,
Yeah.
the fall at the end where he falls off Nakatomi Tower,
Yeah.
that look of fear on his face is real because they were just like, okay, 1, 2, 3, we'll let you go. But the guys that were holding him up were just like, let him go on 2. So 1, 2, drop.
Ugh. Like, no thank you. Oh, the order's here. That's not nearly enough people to keep a hold of that school,
Not at
Harry.
all.
That's like 12 people, Harry, and you want to take over a whole school. Everybody runs the second McGonagall pulls a wand. Like, fuck that. And McGonagall throws the first spell.
Oh yeah. She's been wanting to like let some rage loose
Yeah.
forever. Ever since the fifth one, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I did read something that somebody pointed out that You notice as Snape escapes, he purposely takes out both of the Carrows who are behind him before he does. Like he
I
redirects,
missed that.
yeah, he redirects Minerva's spells to hit both of the Carrows to knock them unconscious before he
Ah.
escapes.
Now, what is it that Snape turned into? Just
That's just the
whatever
weird
smoky thing that
Dementor,
Death
yeah.
Eaters.
That's just the way.
Okay.
That's just the weird, like Death Eater way of apparating. They just weird
Okay.
smoke. Because you remember in the fifth one where when the Order apparated in, it
Yeah.
was all light smoke, but the Death Eaters when they did it, they were all black smoke. It's really weird
Now, why is everyone screaming? I forgot.
because Voldemort's speaking in their head
Oh,
and Voldemort being super fucking creepy.
shut up.
And he's trying to turn the entire school against Harry. Which, to be fair, is not a bad strategy because they're a bunch of scared children.
And they all know the reason that they're in danger is because of this fucker. And they're all just looking at him like, hi. Is that supposed to be Pansy Parkinson? Oh, look, Cho coming up to coming up to
And
bat.
you notice that when Parkinson is Filch,
Fucking Filch doing it in the corridor. It's like we
like you
know,
notice that like when Parkinson threatens Harry, like to like somebody to grab Harry, the first people to move are all of the women.
yeah.
Like
Ginny and
Hermione and Ginny
Hermione,
are the first ones to come to Harry's defense, and then eventually the guys move after several other women. Like the Patel sisters moved first, and it's just like,
right?
hello.
They should just tell Filch to have all the Slytherin students go back into their dungeon dorm.
I know they
Fucking
send
love
all of the younger
McGonagall.
kids like back to their
Yes,
dorms
they sent all the
and
younger
everything,
kids
and
to their
technically all of the
dorms
Slytherins too.
because
Um,
Slytherins can't be
and then just let
trusted.
the older students just make the choice on whether or not they
Yeah,
want to fight. But like, I can't imagine sending like the Ravenclaws and the Gryffindors to their towers is a good idea. I can't even imagine
because they're
sending
in
the
the towers.
Slytherins to the dungeons is a good idea because that place could flood at any second because of the lake and
Right.
all of like
The
the
safest place would have
disruptions and the
been
attacks that happen. The
Hufflepuff.
glass could shatter and just drown all the
Yeah.
Slytherins.
The safest place would have been Hufflepuff because they're right by the kitchens, not easily accessible from like the outside.
Luna, the only person wearing color in this whole movie.
That was like we're actually going to do this.
McGonagall going boom is hilarious.
I just love. She's like, we're gonna go boom.
They're just so
Go talk to
shocked that
Seamus.
Minerva's just like, blow it up, blow it the fuck
And
up.
she's like, are you sure? She's like, Seamus, boy, you're great with this. Boom.
Boom!
How do we do that? Ask your friend.
It's just like Finnegan has been blowing shit up for 7 years now. He doesn't even have to try.
With his really strong Scottish accent, there's
Mm.
McGonagall bucking up. Use his name, damn it.
And to be fair, his name is Tom Riddle. You should just use that
Oh.
one. I love McGonagall gets so happy at the use of like the defensive spells for the school. She's like, I've always wanted to do that.
I think I've wanted to use this for years.
She's like, the school's never been attacked, damn it.
Do your duty to our school.
And Molly is just like not having any of it. She's just
Molly's
like, what?
Okay.
Imagine the amount of power it takes to create a barrier around the school like that. Like, it takes obviously a lot of people to do it, but like,
Well, yeah.
but they really should have been teaching these students how to do this, you know, so they could add their power to it as well.
Instead of
Rather
having
than
it
just
just the
like
professors.
rather than just like the 20 adults that are around to protect an entire castle.
I just love the stream of magic going from their wands. It's like
Yeah.
every little light in that stream is a different enchantment.
As they just cast and cast and cast.
Also, I'm kind of wish there were elevators in this school.
Right? I love the fact that Luna yells at Harry. He's like, you listen to
Like,
me!
listen to me right now.
And he is conditioned to listen when women scream at him. He knows a lot of dangerous women.
She's like, Harry, listen, not right now. Harry, listen, I gotta tell, not now. You will listen to me right now. Okay.
She's like, I will full name you. Just like, you will listen to me. You know, Hogwarts is supposed to be at least kind of sentient too, like on its own. That's why,
I mean,
like,
it's got moving staircases. They just move
yeah,
out on
like,
their own whim.
yeah, like you would think that it would be sentient enough to be pissed. Like surprised like the squid in the Black Lake doesn't take a bunch of people out.
Oh my god, right? Isn't that like isn't there the I think we've said it before, but the theory that that's the uh
It's Godric Gryffindor.
yeah, it's the animagus of Godric Gryffindor. He can't turn back.
Yeah. And that he just like decided to live in the lake, I guess, at some point maybe. But like that's a theory that it is him because apparently that's his animagus form as a giant squid. So
Even the only person that talks to Helena Ravenclaw is Luna.
yeah, that would be really creepy to have a ghost go through you.
You're not the first one that wanted my mommy's diadem. Well, I don't want it. I want to destroy it.
Yeah, it's just like to be fair, I want it so I can get rid of it. That is so many Death Eaters. That is so many Death Eaters, and there's only like
Like
20 adults in that
I
school.
know, right? There's only the order and like
The order
seventh year.
that showed up at the school is less than 20 people, and then you've got a handful of teachers. Just like you've got probably 25 people ready to defend against that fucking army.
And you got all the seventh and sixth years who are just like, we're gonna fight. It's like,
Yeah.
cool, bravo, I commend you, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Wonder how many Death Eaters were taken out by friendly fire when they launched all those spells. Because you know it
Like,
was at least
shit,
some of them.
shit, I hit Jerry in the back of the head.
It's like, oh man, I accidentally took out Rodolphus Strange.
Whoops.
She
Helena goes
creepy.
fucking off.
Yeah.
It's like, I know who Tom Riddle is. I know what he did to my mommy's diadem.
It's just like, well, then why did you say like some strange boy with a strange name if you knew who the fuck he is and what he is?
It's like, yeah, he lied. You know he's a liar and psychotic.
You've also been
This
in
is
this
fucking
school
Harry
for the last
Potter.
7 years. You know who Harry Potter is.
You know he's trying to destroy them. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, you know he's consistently fought Voldemort every year for the last 7 years. I like her dress.
It's all right. Not my favorite. It's that style that I don't really like the what's it called? Not the Victorian, but like the 1900s.
Yeah.
I don't like it. The Bridgerton thing. Mm-mm.
The Regency era.
Yeah,
This isn't
Regency. Like,
this isn't Regency though, because most Regency dresses don't have sleeves. They have like the little puff sleeves.
oh, okay.
And technically the Ravenclaws are from like 1,000 years ago. This is like pre-Renaissance
Okay.
style, but it's not. I like the sleeves. They're my favorite part of the dress because you can see where it's like tight around her wrist, but then kind of like
Mhm.
hangs down, which
Loose,
looks really
yeah.
cool. The rest of the dress is very plain, like super plain. But I, on a separate note, I don't like Regency style, like the Bridgerton era stuff. Like it's just like a slit house of like a
Yeah.
straight column of a dress and then like no sleeves and ugh.
My favorite, as we all know, is the Victoria, like the late 1800s.
Yeah,
Give a little like the pompy butt.
yeah, yeah.
That in the 50s and the 20s.
See, I don't like the 20s or the 50s. I don't like most styles from in the 1900s.
See, I like the 50s because I love like the whole rockabilly polka
Yeah.
dot skirt dress, like that stuff with the Marilyn Monroe halter top.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. The 20s, the one that we sent in the group chat,
Yeah.
or the one was like, like the blazer and like the coat and the pants.
Yeah.
I like. I like.
I don't like most of the early 90s styles. Like it's I don't okay. I don't think I like any of the 1900s styles prior to 1990. Like I don't like the 80s, I don't like the 70s, I don't like the
I
60s, I don't
love
like the
the
50s.
80s. Oh, I
I don't
love the
like any of
80s.
it.
I love the neon and
Mm,
all the hairspray in the 8. I love it.
no, I can't stand like the shoulder pads. Oh my god. I
Yeah.
don't like any of it. I really don't.
Even the 90s was bad.
Oh yeah, the 90s was weird, but the 90s I can tolerate. But,
Mm,
it was weird.
okay.
The 90s I can tolerate cuz I've worn the 90s style, but like the
It's
80s
true.
I didn't like. So,
Oh,
they just
and everyone
disintegrate. Those Death
just
Eaters disintegrated.
as they're all running towards Neville at the end of the that tunnel thing,
Yeah.
that bridge. Neville, don't antagonize him.
He's over there taunting them.
What are we gonna do now, huh? It's like we will find a way.
Yeah. I wonder how much of the Chamber of Secrets set they had to rebuild. And it would probably drive you nuts. You're like, God damn it. We have to rebuild this after so many years. Also, that basilisk skeleton, way smaller than the actual basilisk was. Like, people are watching Harry Potter run through a hallway. Move out of this kid's fucking way. See, and now, for whatever reason, Harry and Voldemort can feel when the Horcruxes die.
Mhm.
Like, it's
At
weird.
this point, it's this point, like Harry's so in tune with it, like there's no blocking him out.
Yeah.
This take where they kiss
Yeah.
took so many takes
And it's so awkward.
because they're just like, oh, I gotta kiss you. Every time they went into like kiss, they just go around like laughing again. It's like we can't do this.
Yeah, to be fair, because it's weird. It's weird. Like, as Emma Watson, I would not want to have to have kissed both of my co-stars. No, we're gonna break the shield down.
Yep. Isn't this
Why
where
aren't they
the Elder
continue?
Wand splits or fractures?
Maybe. Like, why aren't they continuously throwing shielding spells into it as it gets holes in it to try and repair it? Yeah, that's where it splits.
Yep, it starts to split. Splendor. You are not the rightful owner of that wand, sir. It does not want to work for you. And now I think he figures out why it doesn't belong to him.
Well, he thinks that Severus is the actual master, which is why he tries to kill Severus.
I've had so many people be like, I'm so confused. How is it that Harry got it? I'm like, did you read or watch it carefully enough?
It really makes far more sense in the book than it
It
does in
does.
the movie. And Neville's just standing there, still staring at this army of Death Eaters. Just like, oh shit.
Run, Neville, run.
Stop standing there, Neville, and run. Especially considering most of those people that are chasing you are werewolves, Neville. Why is it the bad guys in every movie have such bad aim? Like, there's an
I
army
mean,
of
that's the
people
same
coming
way
down the tunnel at him, like, and not
that,
one of them hits.
that's the same way with Star Wars. Like the
Oh yeah,
stormtroopers in Star Wars have zero aim.
it's so stupid. Not that I want anything to happen to Neville, but still, Neville's just hanging off the edge of the bridge, like, a little fucking help, please.
Right? A little help would be nice.
And Neville fully just killed like several hundred people. Like,
In
let's just
one
throw
go.
that out
One
there.
fucking go. Bravo, Neville.
Like,
Bravo.
Neville, at the very least, has probably killed like 50 people on that bridge, if not way more. See, like, Hogwarts throws like vines up out of the ground. Hogwarts itself is fighting back. It's just like, fuck
Yeah.
you. Get off my school. Get off of me.
Oh yeah, the giants.
Yeah.
That was a whole ass thing that they didn't even mention
Uh-huh.
in the movies.
That's why they kept
Cuz
sending Hagrid out in year 6, because
yeah.
he was trying to make friends with giants, and he wasn't the only one who was trying to make friends with them.
Yeah, cuz it was him and what's her name? The
Oh,
headmistress of
yeah, from
Beauxbatons.
Beauxbatons, yeah.
Yeah, they went together
Yeah.
to go and befriend the giants cuz they're both giants or half giants at least.
Yeah. Where are all of these students still going?
I I wish I could answer that. Have you seen Luna? No, why? I love her. I gotta tell her.
It's just like, I like the fact that they included that in the movie, because I really thought Neville and Luna should be together, because I thought that was sweet.
Yeah. In the book, he ends up with Hannah Abbott.
Yeah. Which is perfectly fine as well.
Mhm.
But I like him
I
and
like
Luna.
him and Luna. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cute.
What you gonna do now?
Like, in all honesty, if I was looking for something that was missing, the first place I would have gone in Hogwarts is the Room of Requirements. Hermione being surprised
She's
that
like,
Ron has ever listened to anything she's ever
yeah.
said.
She's like, you were listening when I was talking.
It's just like, maybe if he would have just shown the fact that he was listening earlier, I wouldn't have a major issue with their relationship. Like, at any point in the last 7 years, if he would have just shown he listened to her at some point, it would have been much better. Like, I definitely would have assumed going to the Room of Requirements would have been my first stop if I was looking for something that was lost. Especially considering Harry's been in this junk-ass room that has all
So
the
many
shit in it.
times.
Like, come on. But also, I swear to God, if we were students at Hogwarts, though, I would go into the Room of Requirements, I would take a bunch of this shit and just start pawning it over the summer.
Right, just selling it. It's like, how much for this? It's like, how much do you want to get for it?
Yeah, and I'd just be like, I'm just gonna. Then again, I think if we went to Hogwarts, we would also use the Room of Requirement as like our own personal lab for the underground market that we would run, as we've already established.
Because yeah,
Eh.
We just end up turning like it would turn into like the room itself would just turn into like a little lab in the corner full of amongst all this shit for
And
us.
it would
Like, here,
just,
have
like,
fun.
give you all of the potion ingredients and everything else that you'd need and, like, all the things we'd need for charms and stuff like that,
Because
so
the room's just looking at you going, no one's ever done this before.
yeah, the
This is
room
entertaining.
at the very least would be curious. Look, there's the frame for the mirror of,
Era said.
yeah. It's just the frame, though. I guess they were running out of shit to decorate with. They're like, "Let's just throw this in here, it's fine." Could you imagine how long it would take to go through this room by hand? Like, my god. If Harry didn't have weird mystical sense.
Of course, he fucking shows up.
Of course.
I have your mother's wand.
It's just like Draco over here being so dramatic. He's like, my mommy's wand is super powerful, but I want my wand back, Potter.
Mine doesn't listen to me. Well, oh shit.
Yeah.
I love how was it Crab or Goyle? One of them ends
Mhm.
up being completely changing from a short, fat, chubby little guy to
Blaze
lanky
Zabini.
black guy.
Like he turns into it's Blaze Zabini.
Yeah, it's Blaze.
And it's
It's
just
like,
like,
but
all right.
what happened to whichever one it was?
I don't know. Like he just was suddenly just not there. How are these pixies surviving in the room of requirements? Also, why is there
after
a creepy
after
hair
fucking what's his
tower?
name? Lockhart sets him loose in class.
Hmm. And they just hear Ron screaming in the distance.
Poor Ron.
And Ron only grabs Hermione. He's like, fuck Harry.
It's like Ron.
This is like time to go. Harry, stop feeding the fire.
Like all this shit that just gets devoured.
Yeah.
He just fucking throws his wand away. He's like,
He's
ah,
just like, fuck it. Like, I can't make the fire stop. I'm just gonna throw my whole wand away. Like, that would not be my first thought of things to do. I'm just like, fuck it and throw my wand away. And why
how
does
do
the fiend
you
fire
combat fiend fire?
why does the fiend fire keep developing into a bunch of different animals? Isn't that weird? Hermione, for the very first time, truly on a
On her
broom.
own broom.
On her own actual broom flying.
Goodbye, Crab and or Goyle.
Crab and or Goyle. Goodbye.
I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, me neither.
They're both his stupid little henchmen.
Yeah. Ron's just
Ron
like, don't
speaking
you
truth.
fucking make me die for Draco Malfoy. He's
Like, if
like,
we die because of Draco, I'm gonna kill you.
yeah. She's like, I'm gonna be so pissed if we die for this dude. I like the fact that they made it so that Harry and Ron are the ones who grabbed the people because they were the stronger flyers.
Yeah. Hermione can barely, Hermione can barely do whatever on
Yeah.
a broom.
I like how there's the fire then turned into a three-headed Voldemort of all things.
And did you notice how the room itself was just like, nope, we're containing this.
Yeah, it's just like, no, no. Hogwarts is pissed enough as it is. Like, let's not do this.
It's like, you destroyed my room and all of my shinies. Oh
You can
no, Voldy.
see Voldemort's on his head that he's damaged. You know, like
Hmm.
it's got all the cracks in his skull.
Just killed a random person. Like, I'm angry. There's only one Horcrux left.
I wonder if he's feeling so weird because he's gaining back pieces of his soul.
His soul.
I've read that every time he created a Horcrux, he cut out a certain part of himself, like certain
Hmm.
emotions and stuff like that, like the ability for sympathy, the ability for sadness, the ability for guilt and stuff like that. And that's why
Huh.
some of his Horcruxes have taken such weird shapes. And so that as the Horcruxes are destroyed, he's gaining these emotions back for the first time in like several decades.
That's cool. So the necklace would definitely be jealousy.
Hmm. And then I can't like there was I think somebody explained that like they thought the diary was like a longing for like friendship or companionship because the diary and you talk to it.
Right.
And it was also like the biggest part of his soul that had been taken out because it was the first one. Because every time he has to split his soul, but he did it over several years. So when he split his soul to make the diary, he split his natural whole soul in half. So the diary itself had half of his original soul in it, and all of the other ones have smaller and
That's why
smaller
it was so
fragments.
powerful because it's sentient.
Yeah, and because it was the largest part of his soul. Because even the actual body of Voldemort doesn't have as much of his own soul in it as the diary did.
Yeah.
This is the part where I noticed that his glasses don't have any glass in them. It's just like there's no glass in there.
No, I think it's because like he just kept breaking the glass. So they're just like, just here.
Probably. And they probably just
Just a
get so
round
dirty,
thing.
they get so tired of cleaning them. Like I get tired of cleaning my actual glasses, so
Same.
like it's
I
so
don't even know
annoying.
how mine gets so dirty. Like
I know.
I don't touch the lens with my fingers and they're still dirty.
Yeah, they're constantly dirty, and I'm just like, I
I'm
feel
like,
like
is it my eyelashes?
it's just like, what is happening to these glasses? Like, it looks like I'm just taking them and like just rubbing them over every surface, and it's just like
Right? It's like I take them off, I put them down. That's all I do.
you take them off like by the sides or by the frame, not by the lid. Nothing
Yeah.
touches the lens, but they're always dirty, and it's just like, my god, yeah,
Oh,
giant spiders.
spiders! It's favorite. All of Aragog's children.
Like it's a miracle as they're running through this battlefield that a stray spell doesn't hit them at some point. Yeah, see,
Oh
there's a
yeah, there's
and it's Hermione that attacks the werewolf that was attacking Lavender. I mean, Lavender was
that was
already
Greyback.
dead, but
That was Greyback.
yeah,
There was a lot of running in this.
yeah.
Oh, it was Aberforth. I'm like, how the hell did Harry conjure his most happiest memory against that many Death Eaters? I'm like,
I don't know how
sorry,
Aberforth managed
Dementors.
to do it, but I do know that Aberforth's Patronus is a goat. I believe
That's
him and
probably why.
Albus both have the same Patronus, and they're both goats.
Fucking goat. Meh. Just ramming.
Right? Like this is at this point it is the end, right? It is the final battle. Like everybody knows it. Like either they'll live or they'll die. Severus really should have just manned up and threw a killing curse. Like he should have just done it. He should have just at the very end, he's standing here, there's nobody else but him and Voldemort. It's like you should understand you're gonna die and you're not
Like
leaving
this
here
fucker
alive.
is unsuspecting. Like he's not gonna expect you to throw a killing curse at him or any curse. Just fucking do it. Take
Yeah.
your shot. You're gonna die anyways.
If not at him, then at Nagini. Like, your choices are either you're going to die in this battle or you're going to spend the rest of your life in Azkaban. At the very least, take a shot, man. Especially once Voldemort starts questioning his loyalty. You would have to know that this isn't
You
going to
know
go well.
something's amiss. It's like I'm fucked,
He's never really questioned your loyalty before, and he's doing it
right?
now. It's just like, and he thinks that Snape is the one who's the actual owner of the Elder Wand because he's the one who killed Dumbledore. But what nobody knows, including like literally nobody except for Snape and Harry know, is the fact that the person that disarmed him was Draco.
And who
But
disarmed Draco?
Harry.
Harry.
So the Elder Wand belongs to Harry. See? It takes like I know in the books like it's pretty much strictly Nagini that attacks Snape, but like in this Voldemort doesn't even bother with the killing curse.
No, he just slashes him to get some blood flowing and then goes, snack time.
Yeah.
And now you have Harry feeling extremely guilty for treating Snape like crap.
It's just like I'm not sure I would. Like he doesn't deserve to die like this because nobody does, but like at the same time,
Oh, some people deserve to die like that.
I mean that's fair. And Snape is a child abuser, so like
But not this bad. You
no,
don't do
even
that this bad.
Snape doesn't deserve this.
I mean, as chivalrous as it is, putting his hand on Snape's wound, it's not gonna help.
I would not have. It was very. If you're not going to cast some kind of healing spell, then just let it go.
Germs.
Yeah, I'm not. Mm-mm. The weirdest thing to me is Snape's last act is to show Harry his memories of his mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your last act is to show this kid that you were in love with this mom. It's so weird.
From day one.
Like that's really so weird. And to like try and explain the fact that he hated Harry because he was in love with Harry's mom. Like that's so
Like I
weird.
resent you because you are the spawn of my enemy.
And it's
But
just
half
like,
of that is also my love, so
it's just like you are spending your last moments telling Harry that you hate him because of his like the fact that his father was your bully. However, you were in love with his mom. And like that's so weird, my dude.
It is, but I understand why. Like
It's
when
such a
Harry,
selfish last act though.
yes, but it also gives Harry insight. So he'll be like, I get it. Like he now understands why Snape has been such a dick, but also all the double-sided shit that he's had to deal with to maintain being such a dick.
But
On
like
top of just not liking him.
what it doesn't explain is the fact that the person who is responsible for Lily's death is still Severus. Like he's the one who told Voldemort about the prophecy. He's the one who spent 7 years of like abusing Neville and Harry and probably other students as well. And like these memories of him being creepily in love with Lily is not enough of a reason for me to forgive Snape.
No, but he had to keep up appearances to a point. Like if
Like,
people had to hate him, students had to hate him and be convinced that he is a Death Eater to the core.
but like,
Also, when he gave up the
no.
prophecy and stuff to Dumbledore, he was still a child, kind of like he
He
was in
was
his
young and
20s, but
stupid, like with the prophecy and everything like that. And I'll give him credit. But like, the decade in which Voldemort was defeated, there was no reason to be an asshole.
that's true.
Like there
And
was a
now we've entered
decade in which you should not have been continue. Why did he continue to be potions master if everybody assumed Voldemort was dead? It's like you could have gone on and moved to another country or done something, anything. Oh, this is the moment we find out about Fred.
like this
Can you imagine
this
Trelawney
scene in the
fighting?
Great Hall is just so sad. Like everyone, like it is just everyone is gone. And I remember r- reading, not reading, but like watching the behind the scenes stuff where when they filmed this,
Yeah.
it was real. Like it was like real tears for all the Weasleys
Yeah.
because like they've played a family for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
And imagine as a twin, you're seeing your twin
Yeah,
like
and it was so
it's there.
realistic, they couldn't film it very many times
Yeah.
because it was too hard on, like, the brothers. Well, it was hard on one of the brothers, but the one who played Fred apparently fell asleep while filming, so
Just stay asleep while everyone cries around you.
Mhm. Apparently they didn't film that scene very many times, it was too hard.
I believe that. And I mean, however little takes they did, they got it
Yeah.
down pat. Now, I always forget, like, because I know when Tonks and Lupin die,
Mhm.
they already had their kid.
Yeah, their kid is staying with, Tonks's mom, Andromeda.
And he would have been, what, a year at this point? A year old?
I don't think he was quite a year old because,
Okay.
Remus offered to go with them when they were staying in Grimmauld Place, and Tonks hadn't had her baby yet at that point.
Okay.
So I believe he would have only been like a couple months old at this point.
Okay.
And poor Andromeda, she loses her daughter, her son-in-law, and her husband in a very short amount of time.
No one is safe in this film.
No, I
Oh,
think,
look. It's Petunia
yeah.
as a child. Brat. Miss, I'm so jealous I can't do magic, so you're a creep.
Well, the thing that made her mad was the fact that she wrote to Dumbledore, and because she wanted to go to Hogwarts too, and Dumbledore, very without any kind of tact whatsoever, told her no, that she wasn't special.
It's like, you don't have magic. It didn't choose you. Sorry, bye.
Yeah, he was such a dick to like a little girl, and it's just like,
It's Dumbledore.
yeah, Dumbledore's just an asshole. And then we find out what kind of family like Snape had. This is a,
Horrible family.
yeah, his dad was an abusive asshole. Like James Potter spends his Hogwarts time being a serious bully to Severus, right? And chasing Lily around like a dog with a bone. Like how Lily marries this man is beyond me because why would you marry someone who spent at least 5 years being a significant bully to your best friend?
Right?
Like, why would you do that? Like, if somebody was
I'm
bold.
surprised she didn't fall for Sirius.
Oh, that would be a weird combination. He was, well, in all honesty, based on what we know, Sirius was an asshole. Like,
That's
I
true.
love Sirius, but he was an asshole. He tried to kill Snape.
That's true. I forgot
So,
about that.
like, I can't imagine, like, he gets much better. Now, I would have believed, uh, Lily and Remus. That I would have believed, because Remus was just a little nerd, so.
He was an enabler. Like he didn't get involved
Yeah.
with James and Sirius causing shenanigans. He was just like, y'all leave me out of it, but I'm not gonna stop you.
But, yeah, and, like, that's just as bad. Like, in all
Just as
honesty,
bad.
that's just as
And they
bad.
made him what, head boy?
Yeah.
So like he can keep an eye on them and they're just like, really? Like he's
Like,
not gonna do shit.
he's one of the Marauders, like, still, like, come on. How did Snape not know that Pettigrew was a Death Eater?
I don't think anyone suspected it. Dumbledore, I shall never reveal the best of you.
Like, I'm sorry, but if is this the best of Snape? Because, wow, this is not
This is the
great.
worst of Snape. Your father was a
A
yeah, he was swine.
bully. Your father was an asshole, and so was your godfather. I'm sorry, but like they're in the memory in which Severus is telling Dumbledore that he doesn't have a long time left to live. He's got like a year because the disease from the ring is going to spread. I'm sorry. Why wouldn't you just cut your hand off? Like, you can regrow your hand. Like, if they can regrow bones that are missing in Harry's arm, you can
You can
regrow
regrow your hand.
cut your hand off.
I'm going to assume that it's because it's dark magic and like Horcrux level magic.
And like,
It wouldn't matter. You can still cut it off, but it's already in the system.
and in all honesty, like, you're telling me Dumbledore can't figure that shit out? Like, he has a phoenix. Like, he just cut the hand off
It's
and
true.
heal it with phoenix tears.
He could just cut a like he can make a cut in his hand and be like, "Fox, hey, cry into this thing."
Yeah, it's just like, tell
Because
your
it healed
bird
Harry.
you're dying, and he'll
It fucking
cry.
healed Harry when he got bitten by the basilisk.
And if it can heal fucking basilisk venom, which is one of the only things that can destroy a Horcrux, you could, like, what the fuck? Like, you could have stabbed yourself with a basilisk fang, and then after it destroyed the Horcruxy and weird curse shit, have Fox cry over it, and you would have been fine. Just like no sense at all. None. Not a lick of common sense. See, Dumbledore suspected
Snape is the only one that knows that there is a Horcrux in Harry.
and
And
even
he's just like, wait a minute.
like,
You headmaster are telling me that Harry Potter is going to die.
and it's just like when it's like Dumbledore tells Snape that Harry's a Horcrux and he knows this. Like, when even Snape looks at you appalled at what you're doing to a child, you should reevaluate yourself,
Just a
because
bit.
even Snape is looking at you like, dude, what the
That's
fuck?
harsh.
It's like, we went through all of this just so you could kill this kid later? Like, what? And when he
He
does,
literally says you're raising him like a pig for slaughter.
yeah. And it's just like, even Snape is appalled at you. And you should be worried when even Snape is appalled.
After all this time.
You see, the weird thing is they have to do this weird amount of like flashbacks and shit to like show the Patronus and that it's related to Lily, because at no point do they ever actually say that Lily's Patronus was a doe in the movies. They say it in the book because James was a stag and then like Lily's was a doe. But like they don't actually state that in the fucking movie, so they had to jump to all these little connect the dot bullshit.
I mean,
It's like when you could have just done a scene with Harry or with James and Lily both casting Patronus charm.
now Harry's just having a existential crisis.
Oh yeah, of learning that this entire time
He's got to die.
he was meant to die. All of the struggling that he has done to try and survive, and it's nothing. Like, it's amounted to nothing. He's struggled and fought for 7 years, And he's just come to the realization that none of it matters and he shouldn't have had to do any of it. And Harry's glasses, despite all of this, are immaculate.
He's probably learned how to do reparo on it, like instead of constantly having Hermione or someone else fix it.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you going? I'm like, to die. Of course, Hermione's figured it out by now.
I at the one point in here, and I don't believe it's her who says this in the book. I think it's Ron that says it. But one of my favorite scene in this whole movie is Harry is telling them that he is a Horcrux and he's going to
Hmm.
have to go march into the woods and he's going to have to die and he's not going to survive this. Hermione, zero hesitations. I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
And like knowing they would kill her first before they got to
Hmm.
Harry, but she's willing to walk with him knowing they're both going to die. And I believe in the book it's Ron that says this
It's
first.
Ron.
But
In the book, it's Ron.
like they're fully no hesitation willing to understand that if they're going to die they should do it together.
Hmm.
And it's my favorite scene because it just goes to show you everything they've been through, the sheer amount of loyalty that exists in these people is understanding that they could walk into this woods and they're
And
gonna
not
get
come back out.
probably they're probably gonna get tortured first before they get murdered, knowing fully they will not walk out of that forest simply to provide the comfort of being there with Harry as he
Hmm.
walks to his own death. And it's just like that is a different level of loyalty.
I mean, I am loyal to my friends. Like, I
Yeah,
will do everything and anything in my power for you, Aaron, Tracy,
yeah,
Geneva, all the girls from high school. Like, honestly, though, I'd much rather kill for you than
yeah.
die
Then
with than die for you.
to die with you, it would just that
Yeah.
would be, and it would be something you could never ask of someone else.
No.
And it's
It would
just
not be something you could ever ask. It would just be offered.
yeah. And it's just like I it would be such a weird thing to do. It'd just be like because to willingly you would have to be fully willing in that moment to set down your arms and your willingness to fight.
Hmm.
Like you would have to just be willing to die in this moment and it would just that would be
That's
really
it.
difficult. That would be really really especially because like you and I are very similar people in that like if I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna take all you motherfuckers with me, kind of people. You know, like we're gonna fight to the last
I'm
moment.
gonna take out as many people as I can.
Yeah, like I would walk into the woods, and that would be one thing. But like, I would go with the idea that I'm going to just like take out as many Death Eaters as I encounter in the process,
Hmm.
not like willingly just walk into my own fate. Like
Yeah.
that would be a lot.
Going out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna go out, I'm
Or
gonna
just a
fucking
blaze.
fiend fire this whole goddamn forest. You know, I'm gonna start throwing Nevada cadavers left, right, and center the moment I walk in there. Like, yeah, no. But to just willingly walk in there, don't fight back at all. I think that's a lot. And I think that's probably more than I would be willing to do. I've also read the theory that he's holding the resurrection stone, right? And he
Hmm.
sees his parents and he sees Sirius and Remus. And people have argued it's just like it doesn't make any sense that Harry's most beloved people are all very willing to just stand by as he walks to his death. Like these would be the last four people who would willingly let him do this. So like I was reading that um the visions that you see of the resurrection stone aren't really the souls of the dead. They're like what you want to see
Hmm.
and what you want to hear from them, and they're just like shadowy imitations of the person, and they're not because death was clever and like he didn't let you actually bring people back from the dead.
Hmm.
So
It's probably their last like impression.
or like unimpression of them because like Lily died to save Harry. Like she would not be willingly standing there while Harry walks to his death. She'd be telling no mother in their right mind is going to be like, "Yeah, I'll walk with you into your death, Harry." They'd be like, "No, turn the fuck around. Get your ass back in that goddamn castle. What the fuck is wrong with you?" You can't tell me
I get
Sirius
that.
wouldn't sit there and be like screaming at his gods and like, "Get your ass back in that fucking castle, you
I
dumbass
get that,
kid."
but I think at this point, even those like those spirits, those
Mhm.
ghosts, those souls know that this is the only way. And they're like, we will not let you be alone in this.
Yeah.
They probably also know he's not gonna really die.
I don't know. I just think it's like a weird. It's not really that. Like it's a small fragment of an impression of who they are, but like it's I think I just get the feeling that it's more of like what Harry wants to hear from them,
Fair.
rather than
How he remember
like what they would actually say.
how he remembers them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Tom, your favorite hard-on's here. You know Tom Riddle's got a hard-on for this kid.
I think Tom Riddle lost his nose. I'm pretty sure he probably lost other things too.
He's just a Ken doll underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hagrid. Hagrid's the only voice of reason. What are you doing here? Get out!
Right? It's just like, you stupid child. You know, a lot of this problem would have been solved if they would have just let the basilisk venom do its thing a little longer in the second movie. If Fox had just waited like 30 seconds, it would have been fine.
It's like, yeah, that would have made more sense. Oh, look, big snake.
Big
Danger Noodle.
snake. Big danger noodle. And Voldemort being so weird. He can't say a single sentence in a normal time frame. He has to stretch it out.
Just the whole thing just fucking backfires.
Mm-hmm.
You killed him. Or you thought you did.
I gotta say, if I was Voldemort, I'd be really hesitant to throw a killing curse at Harry again. Like, the last time didn't work out for you
It's like,
so well,
you
dude.
tried, and look what happened last time.
Yeah.
It took you how long to get like a new kind of body?
And it didn't even come with a nose. I know that, like, the vision that Harry has of the afterlife is King's Cross Station.
hmm
None of this looks like King's Cross Station. Like, none of it. Even, like, setting aside the fact that it looks so clean. Like, but, like, none of this looks like the station.
Well, no, because it is a like what do you call it? Like he's at a train platform. He's definitely at a train platform. But like it's a crossroads type thing. You get on the train to go one way, you get on the train to go the other way.
Yeah, and, like, I get it. I just don't think it looks like King's Cross Station.
No, it's just a train platform,
And,
and
look,
that ugly, bloody, weird thing under the bench that's supposed to be Voldemort.
yeah, or what's left of Tom Riddle's original soul. And Harry's over here, and he's wearing the short sleeve version of his shirt. So he actually owns two
Either that
shirts.
or a long sleeve throughout the last four movies.
He's got two shirts. He's got a long sleeve version of the shirt and a short sleeve version of the shirt. And why isn't he wearing glasses?
You don't need glasses when you're dead.
I mean, like, that would be nice, but, like, at the same time, he looks weird without them on.
He does.
Everything is gray. Everything. Gray or white. That's weird. Afterlife doesn't have color.
The afterlife might, but this is still I still seeing this as like the limbo platform. It's like you decide which way you're gonna go.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. You're gonna go back to life. Because Harry, the special chosen one, has an option.
And Harry's just like, I have to go back, don't I? He says it like it's a burden. And,
And
he's,
Dumbledore's like, you don't have to do shit.
and his Dumbledore's just like, you could just die, like, that's fine. It's just like, you could do what you
You can
want,
just
technically.
yeah, you're here. You can go whichever direction you want, my man.
Yeah. And Harry's just kind of like, oh. And the fact that he has to sit and think about it, about what he wants. It goes to show you how shitty his life has been. As
It's like, do
he's
I want to keep going back? It's like Voldemort's got the big bad wand and the snake is still alive, and I got nothing.
and Dumbledore's just over here dropping really cryptid hints again. And it's
And
just
he's
like,
just like,
Hogwarts will always
remember
be
that first
there.
year? Remember that first year you came to school? Yeah. Remember what I said?
It's just like, instead of just saying a straightforward sentence, like, go get the fucking sorting hat, you dumbass child. And it's just like,
Help will always be given to those who need it at Hogwarts. It's like, thanks. How?
it's just like, yeah, I think Hogwarts is a little busy fighting a troll. Just saying. An army of them, to be specific.
Yes. Your mother's response was dough.
He's so
Bye bye.
cryptic. He's so
I'm leaving now.
cryptic. Like, this scene that he's talking to Harry in the afterlife and everything is the scene of like some of Dumbledore's most iconic statements of all time. Like there's at least 3 very like big quotes from Harry Potter that come from Dumbledore in this scene. But all of it is cryptic when Harry just deserves a straight fucking answer for
Right?
once.
He just goes, Professor, is this real? He's like, I mean, it's all in your head, but what's to say that it's not real? It's like, just tell me yes or no.
Just like just and look, even Voldemort, he was again unconscious after he attacked Harry. Like you would think at some point he would learn to quit throwing killing curses at this child. It doesn't bode well for you, Voldy.
Voldy. Voldemort, Voldemort, Vol.
Well, I know the bloopers for this episode.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna put that, just repeat that clip over and over and over again. Just this, that's gonna be the end of this episode. Just you going Voldemort, Voldemort,
We
Voldemort.
gotta do it like the stupid like puppet thing. Voldemort, Voldemort, Voldy, 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 Voldemort.
Yep, that's the bloopers right there. Yeah, you made your own bloopers this time.
Ah, I'm happy to be of service, folks.
Oh yeah, and I'll leave all this in too. I'm just gonna duplicate those 2 soundtracks over and over for the end.
It's great. It's fucking great. Narcissa got balls. She's just like, okay, he
Yeah.
dead. He's really alive.
She's also apparently one of the strongest occlumency users in England, so.
Huh. Interesting.
And that's why she can lie to Voldemort despite the fact that he's a Legimens and he can read minds. Is her shields are good enough that he can't read her mind.
I love how Neville's the one that finds the hat amidst the rubble, and it's like, something shiny? Why is something shiny?
He's like, you gonna need it. Imagine
Hagrid's
being
like, I was
Hagrid.
the one. I know, right? He was the one that saved him from the house and brought him in the motorbike to the Dursleys. Now he's like carrying his dead body, quote unquote dead body, back to
Like,
Hogwarts.
he carried Harry out of the rubble of his parents' house after his parents had died. And now he has to carry Harry back to Hogwarts dead. Like, I know he's not actually dead, but like for Hagrid, that would just be so traumatizing.
Poor Hagrid. He's
I
been
know.
through enough.
Yeah. Why is Voldemort so dirty? He didn't do shit. Personally, I would have let Jenny go. Like, she would fuck him up.
Ginny would throw some shit his way, and she'd probably win.
There are still so many Death Eaters.
Not all of them fight though.
That's true. But still.
I love how fucking Percy's there standing with George. It's like, Percy, get the fuck out of there.
Why couldn't Percy have been the Weasley who died?
Right? No one cares about Percy.
Voldemort's such a weirdo.
Tom Riddle had no friends. I mean, he
That's
never
fair.
learned social skills.
That's true. He only had followers.
Coerced followers.
Yeah.
Following by fear.
And Lucy's over there trying to get Draco to move and like come over. It's like, Draco.
Draco's
Get
like,
over here, Draco.
please. Draco's like, please, please don't. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I really don't wanna.
Also, notice that Draco's hair is actually kind of curly here, and it makes you think that
Yeah, it's a little wavy.
maybe Draco straightens his hair every morning.
Put so much gel into his hair.
Yeah, that it
This
doesn't
poor
move.
boy, like he's only. Like,
Imagine getting hugged by Voldemort. That's horrifying.
I think that was
It was
I think that
improvised.
was improvised. Yeah, so he's just like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah, they apparently did this scene like 30 times or whatever, and like they couldn't get a shot they liked, and then at just one moment he improvises hugging Draco.
This poor boy,
I
like,
know, poor Neville. Though he's got some damn guts.
yeah, he does. He's just like, well, he walks to the front to like take on Voldemort and just like, be like, listen, bitch.
And it just goes to show you that he could have been a chosen one, and he could have like
He could have
stood up to
been,
Voldemort.
because there were 2 kids that were born at the end of July,
Yeah,
and that was Neville and Harry. I love his voice.
yeah. Neville, darling, you're pointing at your stomach. Harry's still with us right here. It was a really good dinner last night.
Neville,
And I'm sorry, but
Neville,
that was Pansy
honey.
Parkins in a Gryffindor tie. We're all aware of that, right? That was Pansy Parkins in a Gryffindor tie.
Pansy, you're trying to blend in.
I guess. He pulls the sword of Gryffindor. And Voldemort just looking at Harry like, "Fuck." He's just like, "I don't know what to do. That kid's a fucking zombie."
Like, how is he alive?
And some of the Death Eaters are just like, "Fuck this. That kid's fucking come back into life."
Yeah, it's like, ah, we're out. We're out. You didn't say he was gonna come back from the dead. We're out.
And Narcissa just fully turns around and starts walking away. She's like, she grabs
Oh,
Draco and she's like,
Narcissus is like,
"Bye."
I got my son. We're out.
Yep.
Let's go.
I really hope Narcissa divorced Lucius Malfoy. I really do. She should claim the title of like Lady Black and then like take over her house and make Draco like the heir to the Black family and just fuck the Malfoys. Fuck Lucius.
She's got more balls than Lucius does.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, even though they're causing a lot of damage to the school,
Mhm.
it's a good thing. It's a magical school because they can just flick their wand and just be like back together.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if it was like an ancient actual castle and there wasn't any magic, I would be devastated at the ruining of history. Voldemort's curses are all green. He is just continuously throwing Avada Kedavras at Harry's
Yeah, he's just
deflecting.
like die, 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 die. And Harry uses his
Harry's
go-to
been caught
stupefy.
between Nagini and Voldemort now.
Oh, Voldemort got rid of the basilisk fang.
I better hope he took more than one.
Hermione just be like, I'm gonna take on a snake. With what, girl? With what?
It's like, girl, oh, with a rock. She's just fucking throwing rocks at it. Like, okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we all tried to bash the other Horcruxes with a rock and it didn't work.
That's fair.
What makes you think a rock is gonna hit the fucking snake?
I mean, among the other things that they've done, it was one of the more interesting things they did. Throw rocks at stuff.
I mean, common sense. Not common, but like just natural human reflex. Just fling objects.
Sling a rock at it. That's fine.
Just
It's really weird how
cloth?
like his like Voldemort's robes are suddenly like they look like ancient like they come out of an ancient mystical like mythological Chinese anime. And I'm just like,
And oh,
really,
there goes the other
Ron,
basilisk
you
thing.
dropped the fang. I love this scene. Molly and Bellatrix.
Not my daughter, you bitch! The look on Bellatrix's face, like, oh,
It's
she's
just
not
like,
playing.
oh. And Molly's spells that she throws are green.
Are green.
She's throwing killing curses at this woman. She's like, fuck
She
you.
turned her into fucking stone.
Yep. And then exploded her.
That look of like,
Like, hell yeah.
people give her such little credit because even like, because they're just like, oh, she's just like a housewife,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. But like, you try raising that many kids.
No shit. Well, in the books, Bellatrix was simultaneously dueling Hermione, Luna, and Ginny. And then Molly
Yeah.
took over as the sole dueler of Bellatrix.
This whole thing where like, it still makes me like cringe. Where like Harry like grabs Voldemort, it's like, all right, Tom, let's finish this. And it's like he's about to kiss him. It's like you couldn't have just like grabbed him from like the shirt.
Why didn't you grab
From
his
his
shirt?
lapels
Why didn't
and, like,
you
just-
like why didn't you just grab his cloak? But no, you had to wrap your arms around his neck like you're gonna make out with Voldemort. Like that's real
Come
weird.
on, Tom.
It's just like let's like
I know
finish
you wanna.
this how we started it. It's just like I'm making
And
out.
just like,
Like I
I
don't
like how
recall that.
Tom just like Voldemort's like pushing like his fingers as deep as he can into Harry, just like ah.
Yeah, it's real weird. It's really, really weird. And Voldemort has no idea what to do with the fact that things hurt now.
Right? It's like
And why didn't Harry, like, you should have practiced wand. He's crawling towards his wand. Like, if you would have practiced wandless magic, you could have Acio'd your wand to yourself. And you wouldn't have had to crawl along the ground. Like, I know the original final battle takes place in the Great Hall, but, like, I do kind of like the fact that it took place in the courtyard here. It
in the
looks
courtyard.
cooler. Oh, Ron's throwing killing curses.
Way to go, Neville.
Well, now there are no more Horcruxes.
It's just him. He can now be killed.
And really, Harry just misses a whole ass opportunity right here as Voldemort's stumbling around in the aftershocks. It's just like, you could have thrown a killing curse right then and there, man.
And you would have got him. Would have been over.
Yep.
No.
Oh, and he's watching the Elder Wand break. It's like, he disarms him.
Again. So the wand goes back to him again.
Yep. I would have used it in that moment. I would have used
Right?
the Elder Wand to cast
So
that.
Avada Kedavra him just like
Yeah.
ding.
I know people have a lot of issues with the fact that in the movie, like Voldemort like turns to dust or whatever and then just vanishes as he dies, whereas in the book, like he just falls over dead as just a normal. It's just like everybody else does because they like the poeticness of the fact that after all that Voldemort tried to do to become like immortal and become more and everything like that, he dies just the same way everybody else does. But I like the fact that he like I think it looks very cinematic in the way that they do it in the movie where he just turns to dust and vanishes. Also, who would the fuck
I
would
mean,
want to bury Voldemort?
that's true. I mean, in the book, I know like because he falls over, but like doesn't he also like when the body falls over and the winds pick up, like it like there's the body that falls over immediately turns to dust anyways. And the winds take it away, doesn't it?
I don't know if that was a book thing. I know it's the movie thing, but I don't know if that was the book thing.
Hmm.
Because if I recall, people had an issue with the fact that he turns to dust because it gives him like the idea that he wasn't just a person, whereas him just dying as a body on the floor
That's
gives that sense of like in the end Tom was just a person.
yeah.
I'm still really surprised, and I was very surprised as I was reading it that the all three of the Golden Trio survive.
Yeah, you mentioned that last time too.
I was really just expecting one of them to die. I didn't really know which one of them, but I really did expect one of them just not to make it.
I mean, you said you expected Ron more than Hermione because he went off on his own.
Yeah, like I kind of feel like if it was going to be one of them, it would have been Ron, just because it would feel weird to me if it was Hermione. Like I didn't think it would necessarily be Harry, but like I if it was going to be one of the trio, I kind of figured it was going to be Ron because of the setup of him leaving and everything like that.
Yeah.
And it would have made some sense to me like if he would have come back in that final fight and like he dies like protecting Harry or Hermione. Like I think that would have made sense. Like I don't mind the fact that they all three survived by any stretch of the imagination, but like if she would have killed one of them off, I think that would have made the most sense.
You survived so much, Harry. Why are you standing on a pillar at the edge of this bridge? Like you could just one trip and you're gone into the
Mhm.
lake, and this
I, like
and Godric Gryffindor's squid self will just eat you.
there you go.
Like,
Ron's over there like, "What are you going to do with the elder one? It's the most powerful one in the world. You'd be invincible now." What part of Harry makes you think
snap.
he wants that?
He just goes and just snaps, and Ron's like, Why?
And Hermione's just horrified at the destruction of like an ancient relic, and it's just like, "What is wrong with you?"
He's
Like
like, now no one can have it.
I don't think he's wrong to do that. Like I don't think he's wrong to get rid of it, to like destroy it or whatever. But like I do, however, have an issue with the fact that one, he just thought it would be a good idea to break an ancient magical relic with his bare hands, one that was crafted by Death himself. Like you were so lucky that motherfucker didn't explode and like just
Right?
kill you. Like you were so lucky that's not what happened. Also, you threw the pieces together and like what if the wand can be fixed, Harry? What if Ollivander could just walk down there and pick up the pieces and put it back together? Like, dude, no. Like you should have set it on fire or something. Like you should have given it all to Ollivander with the request that he, under supervision, destroys the wand. Because if anybody's gonna know how to do it, it
Could
would
have
be
just taken the
Ollivander.
basilisk thing and stabbed the hell out of it.
That too. Like you could have done a lot of things, but that was really weird the way he went about it. And it's just like, and I
This
hate the
fucking
19 years later.
epil
I hate
what was it,
it.
prologue or epilogue?
The epilogue.
The epilogue. Fucking hate
The
it.
epilogue is so bad. It's so
It's so
bad.
bad.
First of all, Albus Severus Potter. Really? The worst
Named after
fucking
two of the greatest
names.
wizards we've ever known. Really?
Oh my
The two
god,
people that were
no.
like set you up for slaughter?
Just like you didn't name them after like there's a whole list, Harry. There's a whole fucking you could have named one after Fred. You could have named him after Remus. You could have
Serious.
named it after well they have one named Sirius.
Oh yeah.
But you could have named one after Remus. You could have named one after Hagrid. You could have named one after Ron. You could have named one after like anybody, but you had to name him after fucking Albus and
You could have named him
Severus.
Dobby for all we care. Come on.
Honestly, like my god.
I can't get over Ginny's like
Outfit,
middle-aged
appearance,
bob.
like, this woman went on to be a Quidditch star, and
And
she's
this is
over
how
here
she
dressed like
dresses?
she's just no.
Malfoy with his weird ass beard.
Like, why do they all look like they're in their 60s? It's so weird. Like, your
Like
kids would not be going
they
off to
should not
college
look this
first.
old in their what, 30s, 40s?
Yeah, like kids should not be going to school for the first time at Hogwarts, and you look like you're both 20 and 60 at the same time. The only one who looks even remotely normal is Hermione.
This is Hermione.
And they did age Ron well. Like, I'll
I feel
say
like
that.
they gave him a little belly.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
did. Which is
it's
well, I
just
guess he's not an Auror at this point. So,
ha another Weasley.
and Ginny looks so weird.
Ginny looks pathetic.
Also, according to the cursed child, these two fucking hate each other. Like,
Yeah, and the cursed
Albus
child,
and Harry.
Albus and Harry do not get along because everyone's like, "Oh, you're the chosen one's son," and it's like, why is no one giving James the same shit?
Yeah.
Why is everyone after Albus?
Albus Severus Potter has Justin Bieber hair.
Yeah, he does.
That's weird. However, when this takes place, it's probably about the era of early Justin Bieber. So, like, that's a little
Uh,
weird. That's a little
you
weird
know
to
how
think about.
in the cursed child, Albus and I forgot his name, but
Scorpius?
Draco, yeah, Scorpius, Draco's kid. Scorpius should not have been in Slytherin. He belongs in like Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
That's fair. Like, I don't know. I just think it was all bad. The Cursed
It
Child
really
is one
was.
of the
It really
worst books
bothered
ever
me.
written. The Cursed
It really
Child is a
bothered me.
really bad fan fiction. Like, it's a really you can't for one thing, Voldemort has a child, and that's just awful. Just so
I
awful.
forgot about
He has
that.
a child for one thing,
It was a
but
girl, wasn't it?
yeah. But for
Yeah.
another thing, it's a child with Bellatrix, which makes it worse. And for a
How much you want to bet Bellatrix drugged him and then went to town with him so she can have his kid and then he's like, "What the
Oh.
fuck?"
Oh,
Cuz you
no.
know she would. She was in love with that man. He's just like,
Oh,
"I
yeah. And it's just like, it I don't know, like, I feel like if they were going to sleep together, it would have been before his downfall. But, like, because that would just make more sense to me when he's not a snake face.
It's
But
true, but also probably under the
but,
influence of
like,
drugs or love
Bellatrix
potions.
died here, though. Like, she died. And yet the child that is, like, Dumbledore or not Dumbledore, but, like, Tom Riddle's daughter goes to school with
That's
Harry's
true.
child. So, like, I know she time travels and all this and all that weird shit. So, like, might be from like was born in the past or something like that. But that doesn't make any
That's so
sense. It
weird.
is
That's so
also
fucking
like
weird.
Harry travels back in time to and listens to his own parents be murdered and doesn't do anything about it is really fucking not correct. Like, there's no way that Harry, I've never considered the repercussions of anything I've ever done ever, Potter, is going to stand by and let his parents be murdered. No. You tell me that
Space-time
kid
continuum.
you're telling me that that fucking kid didn't spend every day of his life thinking about what he would do if he could go back in time and save his parents? You're telling me he didn't think of that? And then given the opportunity to go back in time and save his parents, he's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here and listen to them die." No. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I don't think The Cursed Child is canon. I don't. I don't consider it canon. It's fucking weird. For one thing, she
It
didn't
is
even write
weird.
it. Like, J.K. Rowling did not write The Cursed Child. Like, it was written by other people and they threw her name on it. Like,
Huh.
no. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's not canon. It's super creepy.
It
And
wasn't
I
well
don't want
written
to
at
live in a
all.
world where Voldemort had sex. Okay? Like, no. That's disgusting. Nobody needs that in their lives. Nobody needed the cursed child to come out. For one thing, Harry goes through all of this shit. And, like, do I believe that Harry needs a significant amount of counseling before he should be in a relationship, let
Yes.
alone being a parent? Absolutely.
Yes.
Do I think that Harry would be the piece of garbage father that he's made out to be in The Cursed Child? Absolutely not. Like, that's
No.
bullshit. He knows what it's like to have abusive, terrible parents, and you're telling me that's what he turns out to be? No. No, he does not. if anyone is going to be avidly making sure they're the best parent humanly possible, it's gonna be Harry.
It's gonna be Harry. On top of that, you have Ginny as a mom. Like,
Yeah, there's
you think
no
she's gonna
way.
let you think she's gonna let like her husband abuse their kids? Like, no.
No. Like, Ginny will fully just kick your ass. Like, she will explode your eyes in their sockets if you so much as look at her kid wrong. Like, no. That is absolutely not something that's happening. Also, still fully don't believe that if Harry, or not Harry, but Hermione and Ron got married, that they made it as a couple. Like, I just don't believe they made it as a couple at all. Even J.K. Rowling admitted that they needed couples
I know.
counseling, and it's just like, yeah, because they
She
don't.
went on to become Minister of Magic, and he's just an horror.
No, he's not even an Auror. He works at the joke
Oh yeah,
shop. Like, he
that's
didn't.
right. He was at the joke shop. He's
And
just
it's just like, and absolutely no offense to the twins' joke shop, but like, Ron is so beneath Hermione. Like, it's just sad, in all honesty. It's just sad. There's so many issues with,
well.
like, in all honesty, if you take all of my issues with the Harry Potter series, they still don't amount to the amount of issues I have with the epilogue. Like, I have more episodes with the epilogue than I do with the entirety of the rest of the series.
The epilogue is garbage.
The epilogue is just
We didn't need it.
no.
We really didn't need a where are they 19 years later? And that wasn't even like a solid 20. It was like it was 19
I
years.
don't
Like,
understand why it was 19 years later. Why couldn't you just make it 20 years later? That's stupid. But like, it was the worst epilogue.
it's the same bullshit with like not connected whatsoever. But like at Disneyland, the parking lot speed is 14 miles per hour. Not 15, 14.
That's stupid.
Why?
That's so stupid.
Why?
That is so stupid. Okay. Lord. But like, I don't know. It's just really stupid and overall. Like, my overall. Okay, let's do overall final thoughts of Harry Potter.
All right.
Um, gonna start with, this school has never had a competent teacher since Tom Riddle was a child. Um, just at all. Um, they really need both Muggle studies and wizarding culture studies as classes. They really need to vet their teachers better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there isn't any reason that a private institution should have any kind of an influence from the government. So Umbridge should never have been allowed to go into school, and it's really a significant conflict of interest that the headmaster of the school is also a significant political power in the Wizingmont, in the Ministry. And it's also really weird that a lot of people just default politically to a headmaster of a school when they have a minister of magic, a head of like the Aurors, and like an entire Wizingmont council
Wizengamot, yeah.
of like people, but they all immediately default to the headmaster of school. Why the Hogwarts houses have so much control over the world outside of Hogwarts is real stupid, because nobody should have taken your school house and related to any kind of value in the real world whatsoever. Um, Dumbledore,
It's only the pretentiousness of the UK,
yeah,
because Durmstrang doesn't do that, or Bobathans. But there were a lot of people like who for years asked Dumbledore to run for minister because they would back him. A
yeah.
lot of people wanted him, and he's just like, I don't want that.
It's
I'm
just
happy
like,
running a school.
I can't influence the next generation for my weird psycho cult bullshit if I'm Minister of Magic. Too many too many people would be able to stare at his like weird doings and question them. The kids aren't going to question him. They just go along with what he says and think he's this, like all-knowing, ancient deity basically, or cult leader. But
Yep.
full ass adults would start to question his shit, and he knows that. And that's why he never wanted to do anything else but be headmaster of a school. And it's just like, yeah, it's kind of weird. Also, why is the most protected place in the entirety of magical UK a school? Why is it more protected than the only government building they have? Um, Why is it that a bunch of children can break into the building of the ministry on multiple occasions? Um,
Flu powder, flushing themselves down a toilet,
Dialing a phone,
dialing a phone
landing there with a bunch of threstles and basically walking through the fucking front door. They made it
with
all.
coins.
They made it all the way into the Department of Mysteries, the most highly guarded and warded department in like the ministry, and they just fucking walked into it. Like, what? I'm sorry. I'd like to see somebody try to walk into the treasury. Like, go for that. Yeah, you do that, and you tell me how well that
You
goes.
just walk right into the Senate. See how well that's gonna go.
Yeah, and it's just like, huh, probably not something that's gonna be able to be done. But like, muggles have locks and security and like people who are gonna watch it, so to make sure a bunch of like nosy ass teenagers don't try to break in. But the wizarding world doesn't need that. That's
No, they don't
fine.
need that. They have magic.
Oh yeah, magic. What does it matter? Because when you're magical, you're just invincible. And it's just like, let's be real here. Wizards are fucking stupid. There's one thing if you're like an idiot, okay? But like the complete and utter devoidance of common sense is actually alarming. These are people who have weapons in their hand with unlimited potential. The potential of their magic is limited solely based on their imagination. Like people create spells, they craft spells. You could realistically craft a spell to do anything, and you give it to people who are so devoid of common sense, it's horrifying. These people can control the mind and erase memories and kill people with it like a single wave of a wand. And yet, there's no common sense. There's also no real law enforcement or enforcement of actual laws.
No. Only for underage wizardry.
Yeah. And like the sheer amount of one sided bigotry in the fact that kids from wizarding families can practice magic all they want by their home, but kids from non-magical families can't. Like, how are these kids doing their homework? Like, what? You and the trace might exist, but they can't fucking tell who did it. Like in a space, you're telling me that if some wizard walked down my street and cast a random ass spell while he was taking a jolly little stroll in the neighborhood, that
You're
magic
just
could be
you're
equated
gonna
to me and I could get expelled for something I didn't actually do? Because it's not like, one, there's going to be a trial. Two, they're going to look for any evidence whatsoever. Three, they're not going to use any kind of like pensieve memories or truth serum or anything. They're literally just going to come to their own natural ass conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
And I would end up in Azkaban because some dumbass decided that he wanted to, I don't know, cast Lumos as he walked by my house. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, no. It's the Ministry of Magic is so fucking backwards. It's just stupid. And for the record, Tom Riddle is a motherfucking dumbass because he went through all of this because he was afraid to die, and he lived less time than the average muggle lifespan. Like, you dumb motherfucker.
You
Dumbledore
tried
lived to
too
be like
hard. You
50.
tried too hard.
Dumbledore lived to be like 50 years older than Tom. And it's just like, Tom, if you would have just fucking been a normal fucking person, you would have been fine. But no, you had to go be a noseless, dickless snake motherfucker.
You had to be a walking Ken doll.
And it's just like, I adore Harry Potter as a series, but my god, there are plot holes. So
So
many
many plot
plot
holes.
holes.
And I
And
was telling someone like today or yesterday, I was like, listen, I love Harry Potter.
mhm,
I love Harry Potter. But I have a lot of things to say about it, both good and bad. So,
that's true. That's very true.
as we've done 7 months of this, yeah.
I got
8, yeah.
7 to 8 months of this. But like it's I love Harry Potter. I love watching it. I love reading it. It's so nostalgic to listen to like the intro music of Hedwig's theme song, and like I absolutely love it in every way. But like there's a reason I read fan fiction, and I read a lot of Harry Potter fan fiction because the actual original series doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, but the fan fiction is delightful and amazing, and there's nothing better than a really good Harry Potter time travel alternate universe. I'm sorry, but like, they're so good. Or even just the ones that follow canon completely until, with the exception of like the epilogue, and then just like pick up from their lives after that. It's really good. Like Harry Potter fan fiction. If I was going to recommend any series to read fan fiction for, it'll always be Harry Potter. Like they have the best fan fiction of any fandom I've ever encountered. And as somebody who's been reading fan fiction for 15 years, I've explored a lot of different fandoms, but Harry Potter fan fiction is the best fan fiction
The
that there
best.
is. Yeah, there's like there are so many different fan fictions and different types and different like series and genres and things that fix such specific niche problems or cause very specific niche problems. So, you know, like it's definitely I see a kitty cat. There's a kitty cat.
My mom is holding my chunky boy.
Junkie boy.
He's like, I want in, and the door's closed.
Aww. The chunky boy.
Here he comes.
A baby. A baby.
Minnie. Hi, big guy. Oh yeah. Oh, come say hi.
See,
Come.
in the seventh movie, we had my baby visit, and now we have your baby visit.
Look at this big guy.
Aw, he's such a good boy.
He's a good boy. He is literally our house lion. He
Aw.
acts like a lion. He is just he'll go outside, do his thing, hang out. He'll hang out in the house, but like he won't get involved in anyone's business. But as soon as he hears someone getting attacked,
Mm-hmm.
he goes to them and just breaks it up. He just waddles over and just sits there and is like, knock it off.
And immediately he goes to the food dish. Like he's right behind you, just eating.
Not even surprised.
That's adorable, though. He's a good boy.
He is a good
We
boy.
have very good boys. Well, any other final thoughts before we conclude Harry Potter?
Honestly, I think that's it.
Like I love this series so much. I'm really really glad we watched it. Um I'm also really glad that like our big series, like long series is now over so we can do like some other variety
We can
content.
do other stuff now.
We can do like some other content involved like um because this will come out towards the end of the year, this episode. Um, and we will start January of 2023 with some standalones.
We get to start the new year with Legally Blonde.
Yeah, that's a way to start off the year. That's fine. But like for a little while, now that we've concluded like another big series, we are going to do some different things, and we are going to do some standalone movies. We're like Legally Blonde and some other like classics that I just have not seen. Um,
All the John Hughes films, all of them. Not all, but a majority of them.
and what films are those?
John Hughes, it's like Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink.
Oh
I don't
God,
think
wait.
Bueller's
We
one of
don't have to
them.
watch Pretty in Pink though, right?
Have you seen Pretty in Pink?
No. Which one is Pretty in Pink again?
Is that the one where they forget her birthday? So that's 16 Candles. All right. 16 Candles is the one where they forget her birthday. Pretty in Pink is
Oh my God, it's so old looking.
1986. Ah, yes, the dance.
Oh.
It's the dance with her friend Ducky.
Oh, okay. At least it's not.
Love and Social Clicks.
At least it's not Pretty Woman, because that's not happening.
Oh, my parents love Pretty Woman.
No, I'm not watching. Like, look, there's a line, and Julia Roberts movies are the line. Okay, like
Really?
I'm not a Julia Roberts movie fan. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not a Julia Roberts fan. Like, I don't have any issues with her, but like, I don't want to watch her movies.
Okay.
I was just like,
That's
I'm not a
okay. What's
fan
the
of
one that
anything I've ever actually seen her in. So, but like,
what's the ones that I like her in?
but we're
Oh my
going
gosh.
to watch some interesting movies, some standalone movies. At some point, I am against my better judgment and fully against my will. We will be watching the original Star Wars trilogy, the one from the 70s.
Yes.
I am not looking forward to it at all.
I cannot wait.
I am so not looking forward to, like, be prepared, like, as salty as I have been about like Twilight and Harry Potter and like Rocky Horror Picture Show, like, be prepared for next level salt with early Star Wars films, because my god,
I know, I'm ready.
the CGI
Oh, the
alone is
I
awful.
know. The two one of the two movies that I love with Julia Roberts, besides Pretty Woman, um, and Hook, because she plays Tinkerbell, is Steel Magnolias.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, and Mystic Pizza.
I've never even heard of that one. At least I've heard of
Really?
Steel
Yeah,
Magnolias.
Mystic Pizza's good.
That's weird. But hey, no Julia Roberts movies, and for the love of God, we're not watching Mamma Mia, so, because I've never seen that either. So no, we're not. Get that look off your face. Get that fucking look off your face. I will not watch Mama. Like, look, no. There's a line in the sand, and Mamma Mia is so far on the wrong side of the line. Like,
But it's
no.
Meryl Streep.
No, I don't care. Look at me and tell
Oh.
me this is the face of somebody who gives a fuck. Like, no.
Okay, okay. Have you seen one of my ultimate favorite films?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that.
Okay.
I have seen that. I
Okay.
know there's a
We're good on that
sequel.
one.
There's a sequel, right?
There's a
I
sequel. They
haven't seen
tried
it.
making a show, it flopped. It was terrible. They're also making a third one.
I've seen the first one. I didn't watch
First
the
one's
second
amazing.
one.
Second one is good. Like it has its moments, but the first one is just
Yeah, I have seen
I
the
would
first
like to
one.
watch that around Easter time. If we can like do that one for like an Easter special. Cause it could be cute.
I will. I look. I'll give you this. We can watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding as long as I never have to watch Mamma Mia.
That's fine.
Okay, good. Because holy fuck, I can't. I can't. There's
I will take that bargain.
okay, that's fine then. I've seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding a couple times. Like, that's fine. So
And I will have Aaron join us because you're gonna just hear us quoting the whole thing the entire fucking night.
I need to find like a movie I know that well, and I make you guys watch it. I mean, I
It's
am.
not zombie beavers.
I'm not gonna subject you to zombie beavers, but like, I mean, like a movie that I've seen that many times that I know the words and stuff to. To be fair, we are kind of doing that when we watch Vampire Sucks. I've seen
Okay.
Vampire Sucks so many times. Just I love that movie. And you are going to love Vampire Sucks though. Like, it's a fucking
I'm
amazing.
looking forward to it because it's gonna be you, me, Aaron, and Amber.
Yeah. And it's going to be really good, and we're going to watch the explicit version. So, like, that's fun.
Yes.
It's very good. It's all of the
Yes.
things that you love to make fun of about Twilight, but made
Yes. I love it.
so much better. So, no, you'll absolutely love it. And I can't wait for just December for like the episodes, for our parody episodes to come out, because oh my god, they're going to be so good. We're actually recording our first. Are we
Yeah, we're doing
Is that tomorrow?
yeah, vampires.
No, Harry
Not
Potter.
Vampire Sucks. Harry Potter 1 is tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. I forgot Harry Potter was tomorrow already. Jesus.
And Harry Potter 2 is
Next
next
week.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So I can't wait. You're gonna fucking love it. It's so good. So
I'm excited. I'm so
it's
excited.
so good. You're gonna love it. But yeah, we are done with Harry Potter.
We're done.
Done with Harry Potter. That's
I can't believe we're actually done.
I know. It's been so long. It's been so fucking long that we've spent on Harry Potter. So, what's really bizarre is that we're coming to the end of our first year as a podcast.
I know. And like I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, like we have 900 followers on Instagram.
Oh god, how did that happen?
I truly cannot begin to tell you. I have no idea.
Now, now that we talk about it, I'm curious. Let's go back to RSS. See what our global is, if it's changed. Oh,
It's
I gotta pee so bad.
we've done so very much. We are coming to the end of the year and the end of our first year as a podcast. Our 1 year anniversary obviously is not until March, for which we have fun things planned, and which I can't wait for. So that'll be great. And yeah,
Still not in China and Japan, but it's okay.
it's all right.
It's okay. We are popping on the west coast,
Yeah.
the northeast, the southeast, and the UK and the Netherlands. We have a lot of listeners in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Well, in Belgium specifically. It's just red
All
in
right.
Belgium,
Go Belgium. Shout out to
right?
Belgium. Shout out to the listeners in Belgium. Like, yeah, all right.
There you go.
Holy fuck. You're not kidding.
Yeah.
Several in South America. We have some in Africa. Is that one
Yeah.
in
We got
Nigeria?
Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. Yeah. We got some in India. We've got them in, where is this? Still India. In Manipur and Shillong.
That is so cool.
We got them in, where is this? What is this?
Is that the border
I
of
can't read
Vietnam?
that. Yes.
Wow.
That is
We got
Vietnam.
some in Singapore,
Yep. Look at that.
Australia, New Zealand, Philippines. UK is really over there just lit up, ain't it?
We got we got one in fucking Israel. Look at that.
All right.
I can't read that, but
I cannot read that either, but like, awesome.
it's right there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, look at this. London. I know who that is in London, but like,
Uh,
who the hell in Belgium? Thank you, Belgium.
yeah, thanks, Belgium. There's ones in Ireland. Like,
I know.
that is so cool.
Is one in Glasgow? Yes, my Scottish peeps.
That's so cool. We really appreciate the fact that so many of you listen to this. Like, this is amazing for us. Shout out to all of our listeners, in all honesty. You've come so far with us. You've gone through such a wild journey from Twilight to like horror stories to Harry Potter to like a supernatural fuck Mary kill.
Still one of my favorite things we've
Yeah,
done.
honestly, same. But like y'all have just been through some stuff with us, and like we really, really appreciate it, and we really hope you enjoy the things that we do next. So, um, you can hit us up on our website if you'd like to drop us like a message about what you'd like to see from us next. Whether it,
Recommendations,
yeah,
messages, reviews, likes.
yeah, just general comments. If you just want to say hey, like
That too.
that
We're
works too.
friendly.
Yeah, we'll
We're very salty, but we're friendly.
there's a lot of salt, but we promise we'll be nice to you. But like just come say hey, whether it's on our website, our social media, like we have both Instagram and Facebook at the Sorry Not Sorry Generation. Um, we also have a store for anyone who wants to rep the horror that is everything we've
Yeah, we
done.
got our Zazzle up.
So
More merch coming soon.
yeah, there'll be some more merch after the new year. But you guys can totally check it out, check us out, and reach out if you want to. But we really, really appreciate the fact that you guys have jumped on this crazy bandwagon with us. And
We're here to entertain.
at the very least, we're here to entertain, if not confuse and mystify at the same time. So,
That too.
but
That's what we're good at.
but yeah, thank you guys so much for journeying with us to the wizarding world of Harry Potter and back. So we have punched your ticket to back to platform 9 3/4 to go home.
We don't want to leave either. Because Hogwarts is my home. But
Hogwarts is
off you
definitely
go.
my home,
Off
but
you go.
go go complete a mastery or like a Muggles studies of some sort at a university, and maybe introduce common sense into the wizarding world. Like they could use it. So
They could definitely
if
use
you're
it.
gonna do anything in the wizarding world, bring some common sense. You'll go much further than anybody we've seen in this series if you do. So, like, you will outstrip Harry and Voldemort and Dumbledore so very much if you just bring a little logic to the table.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns. Voldemort, 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 Voldy, 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 Voldemort. Voldemort, 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 Voldy, 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 Voldemort.